Hi guys, welcome to Sharon Review and Annette, my co-host, is here with us. Oh, Andy is here with us.
Hi
Welcome.
everyone. Hi Sharon. Hi everyone. Hope all is good. Yeah, I'm back
Mhm.
for a little moment. Yeah. How are you doing, Sharon?
I am good.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
I
yeah.
know, the skit is skitting today.
I tell you, yeah, 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 definitely. Hi
We eat
Era.
lots of sweet food.
Hi Goddess. Hi
Oh Lord.
Antoinette.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, today's been definitely a good Alani. Hi. Yeah, Alani,
Yes.
I just saw that with Erica snapping. Oh gosh,
I
yeah.
was gonna cover that, but I said I'll cover that in YouTube when I come off the
Oh,
streaming
okay.
platform. We can do that, or if you want, we can talk about it.
Um,
But right now, the topic here of the day is Wayne told Anthony that Amber is happy with Dave, but is she? That's a good question. So I think I will poll
oh,
that. We'll
when was
put that.
that? Was that a skit today?
Hmm?
Was that a skit for today with Wayne telling?
No, that yesterday, remember?
Oh, yesterday. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yesterday
yeah.
when Wayne went back,
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't get to watch it, but you guys watched it. So
yeah.
we are going to touch on everything because of what we saw today. But
Mm-hmm.
before we jump into the meat of the matter, welcome to Sharon Review, everybody. Come on
Hi.
in, close the door. Let's
Yeah,
speak on it. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely. Sharon, can I just ask another question before can we have can we have the word of the day? I haven't
Oh,
heard that
yes,
for a
we
bit.
can. We can. Do you have
Yeah.
a word?
No, I don't have a word.
Okay, I have the word. So let me
Oh,
just
great.
get the
Yeah,
word ready for us.
yeah. Hi, Dion. Hi, Andrea.
Oh, my sister finally show her present. Hi, sissy, how you doing? All right, me have a hear from her in a long time. It's like say we live in two different country. All
Okay.
right. All right. So this is Friday thoughts, everyone. Nothing happened by chance. Every soul you encounter is woven into the pattern of your destiny to restore you, to embrace you, or to guide you towards the person you're meant to become. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so with that being said, my lovely sissy, I'm so happy to see you in the chat. Yes, let me drink some more lemon water.
Yeah, but it's nice to be back today, everyone. I know I came on earlier with with Sharon, Goddess, Brian, and Lee. That
Lee
was a really great
and
live, and
Lee. Lee is
yeah, and
awesome.
yeah, that was a really good live, and but all the lives are great.
It
So you
was
know,
really nice. It was
it
really
was.
nice, but you know what? You guys need to go back and look at it. And I tried to put some timestamp on there so you guys can enjoy it and just let's have fun.
Yeah,
I like how you're bringing that nice little vibe this morning and
yeah,
the
it's nice.
patois and the little singing thing. It
Yeah,
was
that was
really
good.
uplifting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
But we need the video to do well, so we need
Hmm.
the chat family to go back, review, look into it, love it up, give it some love and thing. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, when you enter into the room, remember to hit the like button. Did you remember to hit the like button? That's all what we are saying, right?
Yeah.
We need your help. We need to get into the algorithm, and we're just going to have fun here. We are going to speak on, maybe we can touch on the Erica situation because that looks very,
Mm,
very dire at this point.
yeah.
Okay, let me just touch on it now. We're not going to speak of the meat of the matter yet. The meat of the matter is Wayne, Anthony, Amber, and Dave. So when we get
Yeah.
into that situation, everybody won't be we can't go on to anything else, or we have to just discuss the situation. But right now, Erica man follow her right up to the Newburgers building. He was calling her a million times, and Wayne said that no look right. And
Mm,
Erica decided that she not answering that call, guys. She says
yeah.
no, she didn't. till eventually she couldn't take it no more. She put her phone on silence him till I call. And
Mhm.
when I said, look here, girl, are you okay? And she
Mm.
said, yes, it's this guy I'm dating. And when said that no good, and then she said, okay, I have to go because she knows that the man is coming there. Guess what the man do? Him show up at the New Burgers building.
Yes, I
And
did see that skit.
him not on a strength for Wayne. Him talk
Mm-mm.
up to Wayne like say Wayne and him body and thing, but as soon as they go through the door, him
Mhm.
lay it in and her, he even call her the W word.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And
I
she
heard
says,
that.
don't make me tell you about your mama. And you know what that man does? She says she gonna block him. He take away her phone from her.
Mm.
But anyway, we will dive into that a little bit more. But
Mm.
right now, we are going to start with Amber and Dave because everybody click on to for Amber and Dave because you know the level 3 loves Amber and Dave. The level 2 loves her love Amber. Do they love Dave too? But we know say level 1. We will keep it real with the
Mm.
Amber, Anthony, Wayne, everybody involved, and Shayla. All right.
Mm. Okay, can I just read this quick comment from Eric? It says Sharon and Annette D.
Yeah, I'll read
Erica
it.
is in an
Yeah,
abusive
go ahead.
relationship with Al. The sooner she breaks up with him, the better for me. Yeah, I must admit, this relationship, it's really ringing
It's
home to a
doomed.
lot of people. And obviously, we will have a discussion around it as well. But I think Erica may not realize how abusive he is becoming. And I think that's the issue. Even though I saw her throw the water at him, you could
Yeah, him said, don't
see,
she ever do that again, or else she
yeah.
gonna be sorry.
Yeah, and I think that's the concern. And sometimes when you're in these relationships, you don't recognize the red flags. It's normally when you come out of it, because sometimes you think, oh, he's not really that bad. The fact that he wanted her location and now he turned up, that is really concerning. So I'm hoping that, she's able to get out of that relationship as soon as possible, but he doesn't look like he's going to give up. So that's a
The
concern.
only way I'm gonna give up on it is if he gets a birthday party.
Yeah, but
And
the
who can give him that birthday party but Mr.
oh,
D himself?
D, but D's number isn't that blocked on her phone. So how's she gonna phone him?
But
I'm
she
sure.
she can take her power back too. She can unblock the people. Them it's her phone. It's not his phone.
I
He's
know,
not
but
paying her phone bill. Did she move in with this guy?
no, she didn't. But he has got a level of control over her. Even now, the fact that he turned up, where Wayne was.
Exactly. It
So
his phone even telling him with the GPS says over the
mm,
bridge. That means that he's tracking her. And
yeah.
when he says, "Are you okay?" and he goes, "She's my sister." And here he says to Erica, "That's your ex, and he's calling you his sister." That's
Hmm.
diabolical.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Anna Jones says Erica's situation is a slow build for a person on the inside. For those on the outside, they can see it right where exactly. And that's what they do. They kind of take their time to
Just
maneuver
like what
themselves.
Denisha do.
Yeah, to move themselves into your life. And as I said, sometimes you do question yourself. Oh no, he didn't mean it like that. We're just having an
Mm-hmm.
argument, and it is building and building, and there will be an explosion, because these are how these abusive relationships start. And it's only unless the person recognizes it, then they can try their best to get out of it. But also, it's good to have support like people like D,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot of these. I'm gonna say men currently, but I know there's women who also are part of domestic violence. A lot of these people are really cowards, and they attack people who are vulnerable, because like I said, Erica's not seeing what's actually going on. And if she doesn't, it could really get pretty nasty. That's what my
Mm.
opinion is. Yeah, but I want Al to be sort, even because Wayne could pick it up, because Wayne. So Wayne's new word for the women who he's had a relationship is they're his sisters. Oh my days.
Mm-hmm. That mean him having sex with his sister. Oh,
Oops. No, it's not even.
he's crossing his line with the sisters. Oh, he mean the sisters, but not his sister, not his blood sister,
Yeah.
but the sisters. That's what he's
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah.
chat.
No,
We
I
just
know.
get it
We're,
corrected.
yeah, we're just having a bit of, we're just saying the fact that he's used, but actually I suppose the fact that he's using the word sister, it's more comforting, but then somebody can see it look a bit odd, because even Al was saying that he called you a sister. Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
Just like
yeah.
what we're talking about, and Wayne and Amber situation, because
Mhm.
we're not tell Dave say Amber him sister. Wait and
Mhm.
me tell you now, guys, it a build. All the writers them set it up. They're diabolical. They know exactly, and
Mhm.
I can see exactly what they are doing.
Yeah.
I can just see what they are doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
All right,
Yeah.
so let me just get in here. Let me just welcome in. Okay, I'll wait for some more people to come on in, and we will ting there.
Okay.
So let we poll
Okay,
the
maybe.
title. I'm gonna poll the title.
Mhm.
All right, get the chat family started into it. And guys, we need you all to participate. We are
Yep.
not gonna be speaking by ourselves.
No, I'm
And we
sure.
will drop the link in the chat when you're ready. You guys can come up whoever. And but remember, respect the community and come up nicely.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Mm, can I
let me
just add
get.
a disclosure? What is it called? A disclosure. So if anyone is in a current situation like that, please, I know you got helplines in the US, Canada, all over the world. If you feel that you're in a situation like that, please seek support. That's what I just want to add. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If anybody is in a situation as Erica and a DV situation,
Mhm.
seek crisis hotline or wherever the numbers are, they will be on the screen. I don't
Yeah.
have the numbers here, but in Canada is 911, and you tell the
Mhm.
dispatcher what you need, and they will put you into where you need to go. And it is for
Yeah.
the states. I don't know what it is for the states. Whoever is in the chat knows that. Tell us, I will put it on the screen. Okay.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely Google when you go on the internet for your local area, you'll be able to find something. Goddess says, Goddess, thank goodness Erica was in a public place because I really think he would have striked her in private. Yes, and that's what I'm concerned about if she goes back to his home tonight
I
because
hope
they
she
built,
doesn't. But he
the
took her
anger.
phone because he want. He says we're not gonna do that. He only
That's-
abuser only have strength for women. They don't
And
have strength for men.
yeah, and then we have some women who also are the abusers as well. So it's just it's not a pleasant situation at all. And the mere fact he took her phone because he wants to have a level of control. That's why he's doing that. He wants to know
Mm-hmm.
where. And then he was criticizing how she was dressed
Mm-hmm.
and
She have
even
her legs out.
yeah, what she has to eat. And oh man, yeah, this is quite serious. I hope it can get resolved.
I think they'll wrap this storyline up soon because a lot of people it's very triggering
Triggering,
and
yeah.
a lot of people just can't. But we should always have a disclaimer up for that. So if
Yeah,
anybody in real life going through that, there are help out there for you.
there's definitely help.
Or
Sharon
you
and
find
yeah,
somewhere safe that you can go to and don't go
so,
back home if that's possible. All right.
Sonny is
So with that
losing
being
her
said,
liking.
Passion here says, "Hi dear Passion. The deal with Erica is Al needs DC to really know what's going on. He will take care of Al for her, like he took care of Rose's brother-in-law." Welcome in
Mm,
Passion. Thank you for that. Well said. So we have Goddess in the house. We have EP in the house. We have Suzette Paris in the house. Jeff is in the house. Era is here. We have Lily Cooper in the house. Hi there, Rhonda. Welcome in. And we have Anna Jones in the house. Welcome in, beautiful. We have Andrea Porter. That's my sissy. Yeah, she's
yeah,
the
hi.
eldest, but me, behave like say me are the eldest. You know what I mean? She just laugh off of me. Fashion, welcome in. I think we said, hi Marvis, how are you doing? And I'm coming up. Mm-hmm. Hi Sabrina, darling, welcome in, baby girl. Hi Dion, welcome across the pond. Hi Ruth, welcome in to Sharon chat family. How are you doing?
We're
Hi
good, thanks.
Brian. Hi Steffi Mac, welcome in Steffi. Hi Margaret. Did we welcome? And we have Annette, of course.
I'm here.
And then we have Antoinette. Welcome in, Antoinette. Yes,
Hmm.
Tina S. Welcome in. All right, and Alani, welcome in everyone. Anybody
Nice.
else come on in, we'll just greet them. Okay, moderators
Yes.
and
And
chat family, that is
Goddess says,
so wonderful.
Goddess says, please hit the like button. Again, thank you. Yes, please hit the like button. Okay, Jeff is saying that a our storyline is important because people will miss the signs early on and end up staying longer than they should. And hopefully people are learning. Yes, Jeff, I agree with you. It is an important storyline.
It
And
is, it
let's
is.
see let's see how the writers actually write it, because it like you said, if you don't
Erica said
recognize
it's
the
her
sign.
storyline. It's her
Okay,
story. It's her
okay,
life story.
okay, well, yeah, so yeah, this is going to be
Alleged. That
interesting.
what I'm hearing. I didn't hear. I wasn't on the live, but I think
Okay,
Terrian said it.
okay, well, yeah, let's see how it
Yeah.
comes
So
out.
let's
Yeah.
see how she get out of that abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess she's gonna show us how she does that. And
Yeah.
thank you for that, Jeff. So we'll give him a round of applause for that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm looking forward to see how you guys pull that question. Okay. So is there a similarities between Hal and Dave?
Ow. Oh, okay. Oh, you, sorry, you threw me there. Alan, Dave. Okay, I'm gonna say not so much, but I do. It's gonna get Sharon. It must have been you, or was it Charmaine? Someone on the chat said they see that Dave has a temper.
Yeah, somebody said it this morning. And
Yes.
we saw it when he hit the table and
Yeah.
go out and went to the back. Yeah.
Well, I hope not. Definitely for Amber's sake. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. Would they change the character that drastically? Because remember, a lot
It's
of people
Skitland, we
love.
never know.
It's true. A lot of people love Dave, so I don't know. But he was not a happy bunny today. He looked really annoyed and frustrated when he was speaking to Amber. He was not a happy bunny. And like I said earlier today, I still don't think if the divorce goes through with Anthony and Amber, Amber shouldn't be thinking about no marriage. She needs to heal. She's going
Well,
through.
the audience says they're not happy.
Yeah, because no, they're not happy.
54% say no.
Yeah, they're not happy. They're definitely not happy. And she's moved. It's a rebound, isn't it? Because she hasn't even gotten
Mhm.
over Anthony. Come on now, let's be
Let
real.
me just put it in the chat.
Hmm.
Is Amber relationship a rebound?
Yeah, okay,
Is
that's a good
Amber
one.
relationship a rebound?
Yeah. I remember she told Dave a lot of what Anthony wasn't
Rebound.
doing. So that's why Dave can do those things. But Dave and Al, I don't know. I can't actually see that. I think he's got a temper. Goddess has said Dave is not tearing Amber down though. He loves her. He loves her. Al is worse. Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just asking question.
Yeah, because it's a good conversation point.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Keep
Dave
your guys
loves.
engaged.
Yeah, Dave does love Amber, but does Amber love Dave? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Does Amber really love Dave?
Well, they say 54% says no.
Okay, there you go. Jeff says, my, she hasn't gotten over Wayne yet. See, I don't know. Sharon,
Hmm?
does she still love Wayne? Because
I
I don't
don't
feel that.
know.
I don't feel,
And
this
the
is just
reason why I
me.
say she doesn't love Wayne because remember when she was separated with Anthony
Mm,
and in her house for the rental with Victor,
yeah, yeah,
when they
yeah.
showed the house to Victor, remember Rain was
Mm.
undressing and Amber.
Yeah, she asked me, what are you doing?
Exactly. That's what she said to him. She asked him, what is he doing? And
Okay.
then, says, I've been looking for that tape and I
All
can't
right.
find it.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can
I've
find it.
been
And
looking for that skit and I can't find it again.
okay. Era just says, I see Dave sucking Amber in the future. And again, Dave knows that Amber still loves her husband, Anthony. Didn't quite get that. Do you mean you think Dave's gonna stick by Amber, or is he gonna leave her? Can you send another message, Era? That would be great. And Susan said, "How do we know Dave really loves Amber?" Yeah, that's a quick. Listen,
Well, he said he does. Is
yeah,
it
but she.
just saying, or does he really truly love her? Well,
Mhm.
Jeff is in the house. Jeff, I did ask this question from you, but you weren't in the chat as yet.
Mhm.
You came out today when we were on earlier. So, Jeff, you're a man. All the men and Brian.
Mm.
And if Lee come in, whoever male other males are in the air, let me know.
Mhm.
So, does Dave love Amber enough? Because I'm here wondering if a
Mhm.
man love a woman, right? Or care about a woman, he would put her name on the deed. So most
Mhm.
likely he loves Amber. So I need you to let me know if Dave love Amber to do something like that.
Yeah. Okay, that would be great if the men answer that.
I'm
Obviously, the
asking
women can.
Jeff that.
Okay. Right.
Mm.
Let's see.
And
Sabrina
Jeff, I'm
said.
gonna put the link in the chat if you're not busy at work or anything like that, and you can just come up briefly
Mm,
and
Sab-
let us know.
yeah, that would be great. Sabrina says,
Yeah,
"I'm not
that would
totally
be
sold."
really, really awesome to know what's happening because I really need a male's perspective. I send the link to O'Neill, but O'Neill look like him still at work. But me need a male perspective on that day.
Yeah.
I know
I,
you're very articulate in the chat, and I love that, Jeff. All
yeah.
right, so what did Jeff say up here? So I need Jeff to let me know. So what Jeff says up here, Jeff says, don't forget she cried to Ernestine and why Wayne didn't take her serious like honey pot. Oh yes, I never forget that,
Mm,
Jeff.
mhm.
And she said she was jealous. And when we talk about that, people says no, Amber is it, but that's for our word and a mine of how
Yeah.
he was taking care of Honeypot because she tell Honeypot that same never treat her that way. So she was jealous.
Yeah.
May
She
know
was
why she need
jealous.
to be jealous when she has CDF. So that no make no sense. I wonder if
This.
that's why she was playing a victim today for Dave can take her off of Anthony and
Okay, but you know what? It's interesting because when you think about it, Wayne,
oh, hear what
Dave,
Brian says?
and Anthony, she loves
She
what he
loves
does.
what he does for her. But
Yeah.
that doesn't
Does
mean
it
it
mean
is
they?
love. So me they tell me say people would love what a person does for them, but it's not love, so they will
Mhm.
sell their soul for that.
They could, yeah, it's a possibility. And the thing is, with this love thing,
Yeah,
it,
that's good,
it,
Jeff. That's good.
it can affect anyone. Because okay, let's look at the three men in Amber's life. I shouldn't even say this, but Wayne, Anthony, and Dave. Who does she love? Who does Amber really love? That might be a question, Sharon. Who does
So
Amber?
he hold on. What you said, my darling, what me should Paul?
I said, who does Amber really love? Dave, Anthony, or
Oh, I
Wayne?
love this question. All right, let me go over here. So
Yeah.
right now, the one that I pull, I have no idea what me pull because, but me will see what me pull after me end it.
Okay,
Hopefully,
I
it
can
will come
see
up.
it.
Amber relationship with so
Dave.
80% says yes, it was
Yeah.
a rebound.
Yep.
All right.
Definite. Yeah.
So here we have another one. Who does Amber love?
Yeah. Who does Amber really love? Dave. Let me do it in
Mm-hmm.
alphabetical order. Anthony, Dave, or Wayne. And chat, we really want to hear your viewpoint.
Or
Who
should
does
I not put the Evan here because we know them are gonna be level trees? I'm asking you guys to think logically and be fair. Okay, I know you guys can't think clearly when it come on to Amber and Dave, but I just want you guys to think logically, okay, and be fair. Who
Okay.
does Amber
Really?
loves?
Yeah.
And you know I just love love.
That's true.
So I'll
Oh my
put
God.
Mr. Dalton,
Yeah.
Anthony, and then
Yes.
we have Wayne. Here, maybe we should have put Wayne first because Wayne was our first man.
It
To
doesn't matter the
our
order.
knowledge. And then we have Dave.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
see.
Dave. Behave
Dave.
yourself, Dave.
Okay, Era says, and then Dave is seeing Amber as a prize. He brought the house for his business. Yep, thanks for that,
All
Era.
right. So there you go. And
Let's see.
please, guys, please be honest.
Yeah,
So
be
if Level
honest now.
Trees is in the chat, I don't see Nancy as let. And I haven't seen Who else we haven't seen? Anyway, I won't put
Okay.
anybody on the spot, but Nancy really loved Dave and Amber. So, Nancy,
Yeah.
if you're here, please be fair, my darling. All right? And
Okay.
vote fairly. Who does Amber really love? Because
Yeah.
this morning it doesn't really look like she loves what Dave does, but she only she love what Dave does, the material things, as I can see. She is very quick to let everyone know that
Mm-hmm.
her man buy her a house. But
Yeah.
she
My
keep
man,
on
my man.
forgetting that house belongs to her and Anthony and Dave. So it belongs to all three of them. Anthony get
Yeah.
a portion, she have a portion, and he has a portion. I wonder how
Okay.
much percentage is that?
I wonder how
Anybody
much
is
that
a
is.
lawyer in the chat, please let me know. All right, because I
It's
just
true.
asking question.
Yeah.
Okay, hi
Anime.
handsome, how are you? Here is Jeff. Let me just take off Sabrina stuff.
Yeah. Anime says Amber is still in love with Anthony. Dave
Hold
is
on, darling.
suspect
We
right
have
now.
Jeff, the man of the
Oh.
hour.
Oh. Hi, Jeff.
How y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome, awesome. Now she loves Wayne. It's always been
We
Wayne.
can't hear you, darling.
Can
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah. I
can
can hear you.
okay, Sharon, can you hear me?
Sharon, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Sharon? Sharon, you're on mute. Sharon, you're on mute.
We
You're
can't
on
hear you,
mute,
Miss
Sharon.
Sharon.
Oh, I put myself on mute so I can't hear clearly because it look like me getting too old. So let the little old lady just relax herself over here and listen keenly. All
All
right.
right, over to you, Jeff.
Yes, ma'am. So it's Wayne. Wayne is the one she loves. That's the one she wants. Anthony was a decent substitute, but at the end of the day, he wasn't Wayne, and that's the reason why she cheated the entire engagement and was abstaining from Anthony. You don't do that to somebody you truly love. It was the lifestyle that Anthony offered that she wanted, and that's what Dave is giving her now.
Okay, thanks for that perspective. Yeah, okay. Dion says Amber
That is
loves Wayne
really
with
nice. Thank you, Jeff. I
Anthony.
love that.
Yeah, thank you.
I never really look at it like that, Jeff. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
this
because,
what
you
is
have a point, Jeff. Because when she went into that house, she was, and she was looking around and said, wow, his wife did a very good thing. Amber love art and thing, and she's admiring it. And I never
mm,
think anything of it. But when she saw Dave, her skin catch a fire. And then when him
mm,
saw Amber Fiend, skin catch a fire. So that's why, remember when it just started, I asked the chat. And even in our thing, I asked if a person can have two soulmates because she says God dropped Anthony out of the sky for her. So
mm.
I was thinking our artist with Anthony, but her flesh is with Dave, right, Jeff?
Oh yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, she threw Anthony back to the sky when she met Dave. Her
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
level was over with. So,
Okay.
again, go
Can I
ahead.
just read this comment from Era? She says, Jeff, I disagree with you. Amber told Amanda that what she feels for Wayne was lust, but with Anthony, it was the love of her life. And I do actually remember that skit. Yeah. But anyway, everybody's gonna have their different perspective anyway. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. But if
straight.
we're looking at it and we're calling a spade, right? We have to look back on the first skit that when they meet, right? When they first met. We also have to look at the skit when she was talking to Wayne. And she told Wayne says maybe she should take Anthony back. And Wayne never tell her yes or no because I think Wayne was hoping that Amber would actually come back to him. He want her free.
Yeah, but
And she says it's better. There's no man out there.
hmm
And it's better I stay with the evil I know. And she decided to stay with Anthony. Then she was in her word. And she said the Lord tell her to take her husband back.
hmm
And she didn't put any boundaries into place.
hmm
So now, if the Lord tell her to take Anthony back and they have a vow renewal
hmm
again,
hmm
why did she just all upon sudden she said she forgive him and she forgive wait, girl name again, Shayla?
Shayla.
Me almost got call her Stella. All right. So Snake Shayla decide. She said she forgive her,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that him did the play date and him get the five.
Well, her
But
relationship with Shayla is more important than it was with Anthony. If you
Yeah,
look
we
at the skits with the Daltons, 90% of it involved Shayla. They was either
mm-hmm,
each or just kicking it. I mean, like
exactly.
it was his lifestyle, and that's all she really wanted out of it. That's why she pushing so hard for 50%.
but the thing is with Wayne he didn't treat Amber good, and I can't see him treating her any better now because look, Wayne has had a string of women after Amber, and he's
Hmm.
continued. And look where he is now with Lauren, and we know that's not gonna last. Well, that's literally on its way out. So I suppose maybe it's saying you can be in love with somebody, but do they love you? And by Wayne's action, yeah, I think he cares about all of his exes, even if we're looking at the situation with Erica. He cares about them, but going back to them, he's not serious enough to have a proper relationship with them. He just sees them and he sees them as trophies. That's just my opinion. Only mine, we've all got our own perspective. So you can love somebody, but do they really love you back? And are they the right person to be in your life? I suppose that's what I'm asking. What
And
is
I
the
go ahead. I'm
yes.
sorry.
No, go on, Jeff. Sorry, it was me.
And I
Go
think that's what draws Amber to Wayne so much
on.
because she loved him. They dealt with each other. She's trying to get that back from him. She's trying, like, I think she's looking for that win of, man, he does actually love me. And since he never gave it to her, she's still fiending for it. And that's why she, like, can't let him go.
Okay, that's an interesting. Era, have you got that link of the skit, and maybe you could send it to to Sharon regarding that conversation she had with Amanda? I actually do remember it, but I haven't seen it for
Right,
quite
I
a while.
remember. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I watched a skit with Amber. I don't remember her sister. I don't know that one about her, she and her sister.
Yeah, I
I
remember
watched
that.
this skit, what I was editing last night in the back office there,
Mm-hmm.
with Amber telling Shayla
Yep. Mm-hmm.
that she loves, that God sent Anthony to her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That when Anthony was making, yeah, she says, he made
Yep.
love to my body, but he was actually making love to my soul because, my flesh was hungry. You know what I mean? But she
Mm-hmm.
said, no other man never met she felt this way before. And it's like the heavens open and God just dropped Anthony into her lap.
Yeah, I remember
So
that skit
when did
as
it
well.
change? Did that
Yeah.
change that same thing that she said to Shayla that she loved Anthony? Okay, and she said she loved Anthony and see all of those things. But then it was so easy for her to go back to Wayne as soon as Anthony put the ring on her finger.
But you know
Because
what?
Rain tricked her. She was
Mm-hmm.
in the bedroom, right? And he says the key is the bedroom. As I said to you guys, he didn't do anything to her. They just look at each other. And the next thing, the affair start all over again.
Mm. But
So
but
we can't
Sharon.
blame, a lot of people are blame him, say a film fault and whatever. It's her body at the end of the day. She has a mouth she can say, if she didn't want to, she didn't have to do that. But why did she do it?
But I wonder, Sharon, when we talk about when Anthony changed, when he found out about Wayne, I wonder if Amber's mindset had changed when she found out about Shayla, because that was a very painful situation.
Oh yeah.
And again, like we've seen, Anthony changed towards Amber when he found out
Yeah,
about
I think
Wayne.
that's the case too.
And I remember Amber said, I'm sure we've all seen the skit where Amber said she wanted to have a baby by her husband. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that Shayla took that away from her. And I
Mm-hmm.
also felt when she said she forgave Shayla and Anthony, I didn't believe her. It may be just, oh, yes, maybe that's the best thing for me to do. But if you look at the reality, she's still very angry with Anthony,
Anthony, yes. I
and
think she is.
I think deep down she's still angry with Shayla because Shayla's got the one thing that
She
Amber,
wanted, yes.
wanted to share with Anthony.
Yeah,
Again, this
well
is just
said, guys.
my viewpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lily.
I
Anthony
like
was the
that.
safe choice.
Mm?
I think Anthony was the safe choice for him when, this situation happened. She likes
Anthony was the what? Sorry, say that again, Jeff.
the safe choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
sometimes,
that's true. But
yeah.
she says she love him too, right? But she sabotaged. Remember in the therapy session,
Mm-hmm.
she said that she sabotaged her stuff when she become insecure. So
Yeah,
is that insecurity brought her sent her into the arm of Dave, or was it the glitter, the glamour, the gold? Like says he's more. It seems like he's more richer than Anthony. Or it's because Anthony wasn't helping her, like protecting her and start and lying to her. She think he's cheating. You think that
yeah.
is why she says, you know something? Let me go cheat though. When did
Mm.
she snap?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all what you said. I'm sure. I don't think it's just one thing.
It's
I think
everything.
it
Mhm.
is, and that can force somebody to do things that by right they shouldn't be, and they might like
Mhm.
the grass. What's that saying? The grass is
The grass
not
is not
greener.
greener, yeah.
So seeing Dave, that was the grass, and you think, oh, this is going to be better than Anthony, and then the reality, as things pan out, we're going to see about Dave. And is that AJ that's here? Oh, I thought he was on the
You
screen. He's
know,
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's
dropped off.
I don't think we can just say it's
it's multiple things. That's why
multiple. That's it.
this
That's
is why
why.
I decided to do this segment differently than how we
Mm,
normally does it. We have to dissect
yeah,
Amber's behavior. Just
yeah.
like how Anthony changes from Amber. When
Mhm.
Amber took him back and she saw that he hasn't changed, she doesn't like the fact that Anthony let Shayla hold the
Yeah,
cards like she is on a pedestal.
yeah.
Shayla is the, what you call it? She
It's
has more power than Amber because Amber sees that Anthony gives Shayla the power. And I
and
guess it gets
And she got
so
it from
bad till she
everyone.
couldn't take her cup overflow. And I think by him giving her a gift, she asked for the restaurant for she don't cuss him off. Anyway, so she ended up with the
mm,
restaurant and there was no support from that husband. And you remember
yeah.
one of the arguments she said to him, say, you're not even it protected me. You
Mm,
cheated with my best friend and you did not protect me. I
yeah,
remember that specifically, Skit.
yeah.
So
Mhm. I
you're
do.
right, guys. It's a
Mm,
lot. So he changes from her because of what the information Shayla did after the essay, right? But he
yeah,
continued. And
yeah,
then she now took him back because of guilt of what she did
yeah.
with
With
Wayne.
Wayne. Mhm.
I think the two of them actually needs to heal because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, she's mad at him and she
Mhm.
decided, says her dad says when you turn God backwards is a dog. So
Mhm.
she decided to become them. And then when they're asking her, are you, Anthony asks her, reply back, are
Mm.
you cheating? Are you seeing it? If you ever have somebody cheating with, I would curl up as a
Cut
baby
as a
and cry.
baby. Mhm.
So when I haven't seen Anthony curl up as a baby, I saw him
Mhm.
curl up that night and went to Denisha and she in go down and in Nia hug her up and then something there. Me not see him do nothing else. Me not see him go back to God. Me not see anything. So
Mm.
right now the two of them is hurting. They are
Yeah,
both hurting and they both need help.
they do. But again, I'm gonna say this. I do believe the fact that Shayla had Anthony's baby, that
It's
is a
hurting her.
major. She loves Kai because Kai's her godson. But you think about this. I'm gonna
No,
talk
she
from a
told Shauna. She did. She did. The
yeah.
same thing you're saying.
She really
Yeah, she
wanted
said
to
it
have a
hurt her
child.
because Shayla has the baby that she always wanted.
Exactly. And you can't replace, well, if she was, well, anyway, we don't know where the storyline's going to go. That is the center. And again, I'm kind of looking at it from different
We're not
perspectives.
excusing it, you know.
No, we're
We're
not.
not
But we,
excusing the behavior from either one of them. What they both should
yeah.
have done, seek counseling
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah,
either one of them got to Denisha or to Dave.
Yeah.
Because they're just bringing their baggage into another relationship that they
Yeah.
shouldn't have. So we're not condemning anyone. We are just, Tina said I'm a coward.
and Miss
Okay,
Sharon,
you
That's the
tell us.
cowards.
Yeah.
Who
I'm
are you
glad you
calling
brought
cowards? Please clarify, okay? We're
Yeah.
just doing a deep dive into the mindset of Amber and
Yeah. And Anthony
Dave
as well
there, you know
playing.
what I mean?
Play Dave.
And Anthony, and then we're doing it with Dave because right now, to me, this man, right there, we have Jeff. Jeff is so articulate and he's a male and he knows him stuff too. Jeff says, we're here. So Amber And you can see Jeff Day face this morning. He's extremely frustrated. He didn't
Mm,
like the answer that she gave him this morning in the kitchen. When she make him breakfast, you hear what the man says, oh my God, I didn't realize that you could actually cook. She did cook for him in Charlotte, so what am I talking about?
mm,
Right? I remember, I think he might try for cushion the blow him that gonna give her next because after him says, okay, so what you decided to do? What's the order?
yeah, but you know,
Because he is a single man, she is a married woman. He did not listen to his best friend says husband will fight for the wife. The
mm-hmm,
mother says what she said to him, and wrap the tail between their leg, and they go back on, and he says they're shutting out the outside world. But he seems to forget, even down to Wayne says, Anthony is Amber's husband still.
mm-hmm,
So what
yeah,
he wants, so yes, he told her when she moved in day before, was it yesterday, that he has her just forget about the 10% where Anthony promised to give her. And
yeah,
she wasn't truthful. She tell him says she was thinking of taking, well, she did truthful in one part and lying the second says it's 30, 70 or 40, 60. But we never hear about no 30. We only hear 40. Anthony
mm,
says he won't give her 10. Why
yeah,
does she think she's entitled? So this is what we need to ask you guys. And please put it in the chat. Do
okay,
you believe Amber deserved 50% only married for 3 years?
mm,
Two
yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
Two,
Well,
three.
you're gonna let the chat answer. I've got
Yes,
my
I'm gonna
viewpoint
poll
as
it.
well. Okay, and then Sabrina said he's just mad he can't refinance the house quickly. And the thing is, why is he pressurizing her now to get the divorce? Because he said before he knows divorce can take a long time, but now he really wants her to get the divorce through because, like Sabrina says, he's mad because he just wants to refinance the house. Because am I correct? He put all of his money there, all of his liquid money there. So now he wants to regroup and get some money back for operation purposes or something like that.
Yeah.
I
So,
just think we're gonna see a
What was I
different.
polling? I forget.
Oh, I
uh,
forgot.
shit. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
forgot now. Oh dear, what was Rushin?
But I wanted
Goddess,
to
Oh,
what
point
was
out
I polling?
okay.
that
So
she deserved 50%. That's what it
oh
was.
yeah,
Oh
that should
yes,
be
yes, that's it.
the 50%.
Does
Miss Sharon, I want to circle back to the counseling because I think that was the
Mm,
major
yeah.
misstep in marriage. Because if we go back, they really only talked about the Wayne
yeah,
situation.
exactly.
Yes.
And Anthony was, you could see Anthony is more able to heal now from
Deserve.
the Wayne
Mm-hmm.
situation because that's what they
Mm-hmm.
addressed.
Yeah,
And
the
Amber never
council.
had to heal from the Shayla because
Yeah,
they
they didn't
didn't
talk
really
about.
address that. And
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jeff.
they shouldn't have stopped.
Remember, I mentioned it before, Jeff. I don't know how long you've been watching my show. It was in one of the live, and I mentioned it a couple times
Hmm.
early on that
The counselor. She was biased.
It
I
seemed like
thought
she
the
was
counseling
too open.
actually helped her more than Anthony because the counselor only keep on depend is harping on Wayne, Wayne, Wayne. Every time we see the counselor, it's Wayne, Wayne, Wayne. I
Yeah, but
didn't hear the counselor ever touch on Shayla. She never says, "Oh, did it happen with Anthony?" We never see a
mm,
segment says, "When did it happen?" We
mm,
didn't hear she says, "Did you enjoy it? Why did you stay so long? When your wife caught you in bed with her, what was going through your mind?" I
mm-hmm.
didn't hear anything of the sort from the counselor. So it was like a one-sided
Yeah,
thing.
very biased. Yeah, very biased.
It was a one-side thing. And I
Yeah,
never liked that counselor because it's coming like say it's Uncle Amber did wrong. And
yeah.
I think the reason why he went back to Amber, I know he tells, I remember me tell you guys, him says trust the process. And I thought he was just gonna go back and get the money from Amber and leave Amber, right?
Mm,
That's what he tells Shayla. But
mm.
then
But
they throw us off because as Charmaine was right, and I have to give Charmaine her props. Charm says, guys, Anthony could have stayed right there with Shayla if he loved Shayla and move his money.
Oh yeah,
He
of
did not
course.
have to go back to Amber. But
Hmm.
Wayne says to him, says it's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, but
And I think that's why I went back, Jeff. But you're
okay.
right. They needed healing. They needed, after they she decided to take back Anthony. Anthony become a beast and a savage and start
Mm,
moving the money.
money. Yeah.
You know what I mean, Jeff?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder. I wonder now if it was possible. I don't know this chat
They should
and
have gotten
people.
counseling, another counselor.
Yeah, if they have
Bring the
counseling
sage.
now, if they have and they make sure they discuss everything, Anthony and Amber are going to come out completely different because that counseling was so surface level. It didn't go deep enough. They needed much more, and they need a different counselor because she was quite biased. She's more on Anthony's side, but they need to look at everything. What caused the breakdown? Why did they even get together in the first
Exactly.
place? You know,
That
so
was horrible.
I hope they can do another counseling
Yeah,
session.
me too. I hope
I
they'll be able to get a chance to do that.
I hope the judge, maybe in the divorce element, the judge may order that they do a series of counseling first. That would be good. And then we can actually hear how both of them, individual counseling and also as a couple. I think that would be really
I love this
They
interesting.
one.
need that. They need that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
they do. Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys.
No
I
problem.
like this what Goddess is saying. She said the Timo Ivan Club
Yeah,
Banza.
yeah, yeah, it's true. They need someone who's got experience and how to literally deep,
Get to the root.
yeah,
Yeah, the
deep
front
dive
loader
into
is wrong.
relationship, both of them, but also individual counseling because sometimes using
Yes.
counseling you may not want to say and do individual counseling first and then bring them together. And I'm telling you, things would be so much different for them because remember, Anthony didn't actually cheat, but because of the history, Amber thought, yes, he is. And again, that's a lack of trust, isn't it? So really, they need to be able to look at that.
Let
And
me answer that question. Then maybe piggyback when you're finished, Panda. What me
okay.
remember.
Yeah, okay. So this is just my synopsis in terms of counseling now. They will be able to unearth what actually went wrong. And then if they are going to get divorced, what they can do better for themselves when moving forward. Again, this is just an
No, that's important.
opinion. Yeah,
No, that's
because
very important for them to
yeah,
do.
yeah, they need that more than anything else. Forget about the 50%, forget about the houses, even though Amber's got two houses. It doesn't matter. I'm just thinking that they need to just do that first, and then it depends how they will move on because I think they're both stuck, really. They
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
both are stuck in their ways. They have both of them haven't changed. So if they want to improve their lives, they have to have that intense counseling and then they can move on, whether they go back to each other or they find someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They just
Yeah, well
changed their
said.
circumstances. They didn't change themselves, and that's why
Ex-
they're still in the same loop.
yeah. Yep. Yep. Definitely.
I appreciate these comments. Well
Hmm.
said.
Thank you,
Because
Sharon.
I think the reason why Amber doing what she was, me just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
She saw Dave and she making excuses, in my opinion, for cheating with for going over to cheat with Dave. Because if you really look how the writer set it up, we're just speaking on how the writer did it. We could see the play by play of how they set it up. Really nice. And I think the reason why she's not, and she has not forgiven Anthony for cheating
No, she
with
hasn't.
Shayla. That is why she did what she did with Dave.
Mm-hmm.
But she, in her mind, says, you know what? For me to cheat, let me go and get a divorce. But
Mm-hmm.
does Amber want a divorce, really, Andrew? That's what me I fear wonder. Does
You could
she
pull that.
really wants the divorce,
You
or
can pull
is
that,
it a
Sharon.
get back? Because when Anthony keep on asking her and her dad, she says, "I am." She said to Anthony, "I am not you and Shayla."
Mm-hmm.
But she's just like them, if you ask me. So she
Yep.
was not ill. That counseling, that marriage counselor that they got, they
No, with
failed Amber and Anthony. And
both of them.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know who was paying for that counselor or if it was Anthony. Did Anthony get that counselor?
Yes.
Did Amber help him pick that counselor?
Mhm.
Because I'm surprised that Amber didn't realize this. She doesn't know why. That is why that day she went over and keep on asking Shayla, why
Mm,
did you enjoy it? Where did it? Whatever. That's why she asked those questions, because as a woman, to have your partner cheat with your best friend, you have insecurities, and you're thinking, wasn't I good in bed? Why did he go to my best friend? And why does he keep on going back to her? Weren't I good enough? And
mm,
then if her baby live and my die, you know what I mean?
yeah,
There is a
yeah,
lot going on.
there
So
is.
instead of Amber went out and become like Anthony, she should have gotten herself some counseling. Yes, I know he wasn't there supporting her, but there is a lot of hurt going on between the two
Lots,
of them.
lots. They need it. They need intense counseling, both of them, because
Yeah.
they
And
haven't
Charmaine,
changed. Oh, hi,
I think
Charmaine.
Shayla
Hi.
needs to be in some of them counseling sessions.
Say that again.
I think Shayla needs to be in some of those counseling sessions because they're not
yes,
going to
she
leave
does.
without like
I don't know
really
about that.
serious.
No, maybe Shayla needs her own counseling. I don't know if she should be
No,
with them.
eventually they could ask her why she did it. Because up till now she never answered Amber. Because she thinks
Mm,
Amber is the one that stole Anthony from her.
oh, but Shayla's delusional, so we know that's not even an option. Shayla's delusional. The
She
both of them,
definitely.
Anthony and Amber, need intense counseling.
Mm.
Intense.
Anthony and Amber
They
need a
don't deserve
divorce.
this because that man. Okay, hi Charmaine, come on in.
I mean,
Please jump into the conversation, Charm.
I said Dave and Amber need a divorce.
Dave and Amber.
Not Dave,
Maybe I
sorry.
said, who need a
Anthony.
divorce, Charm?
Anthony and Amber need a divorce. Sorry, I'm not talking about Dave.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anthony and Amber
yeah,
need a divorce. It
I
doesn't
agree
matter
with you.
what, they need a divorce because only a divorce can
Build them
right
back.
whatever wrong was done.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I
But
agree.
also
I
with
agree.
the counseling,
I
though, they
agree.
do need. Yeah, I don't mind them divorcing now, but I just think they
Me too. I
definitely
don't
need.
mind their divorcing. There's so much hurt going on right there.
But they have to get the counseling, though. If they don't get the
Me
counseling,
give
that's
you the
gonna
floor,
destroy them.
Charmaine. Me have to run to do something.
Why is she giving me the floor? Who said Shaman in the house? Yes, I'm
Mm,
in the house. Listen, guys. So I've been watching some Dave and Amber skit this morning,
mm-hmm.
and I've been in the comments for almost everybody. I've been on Facebook, I've been on YouTube, and I'm watching the comments. The one thing I keep asking everybody, why they think Amber must walk away with nothing to go depend on Dave?
I
No,
don't
she
think she can walk
Why
away
is
with nothing.
why is it necessary for Amber the law? Because this is what the law states. You are married. It does not matter how long you are married
mm-hmm.
for, even for one day. And there's a divorce, they will still give you something. That's
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
law.
yeah.
Once that paper is signed, whatever becomes marital asset, if you earn $10 on the day you sign that paper, it is
Mm-hmm.
no marital asset. If you're together, for people saying, oh, she's only with him for 2 years, it does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
The law will still grant you some of
Something.
whoever money. So
Mm-hmm.
there's no way around it.
Yeah,
The judge will look at the assets that was made from the, remember, and you guys are not even thinking about what Anthony lawyer told him last year.
yep.
The judge is going to look at whatever money was made from the day you were married up until
Mm-hmm.
now. And
Yeah.
Anthony
Mm,
said to the judge, said to the lawyer, that mean really? That mean I'll have to maybe hide
move
money or
stuff.
move some money
Yeah,
around. And
I
the
remember
lawyer
that.
said, do not
Do not
do
do
that
that. Yeah.
because they will find it. And
Mm-hmm.
if they find it, you're not going to like what they're going to do. I don't understand why Dave, when Alex said to Dave, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going back with all the skits, when Alex said to Dave that day, when Amber called him and he had that smile on the face and he said, "Who is that? Amber, the person from the restaurant, the one who is married." Dave
Yep.
said she's getting a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex said she's getting a divorce, but she's not divorced. And you
Exactly.
are a pastor's kid. You're supposed to know better. You don't want to go there. And
Mm-hmm.
Dave said I know divorce can be long.
Yeah.
Remember the word long.
Mm-hmm. I remember we
Long
had.
mean can
Yep.
be years.
Mm-hmm.
Long, and I'm emphasizing the word long, not me. He said it. I
Yeah.
know divorce can be long and messy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Alex said, and sometimes the husband will come after you because sometimes the husband will not want to give up their wife and they
Mm-hmm.
sometimes get back together. And
Together.
he
Yep.
said to Alex, they have filed
Mm-hmm.
paperwork already, they have lawyers. So they have
Mm-hmm.
filed paperwork already. So now Dave is telling Amber to walk away. He's not supposed to pressure her, and I don't care what.
Exactly.
This is my opinion.
Yes.
My opinion and my opinion alone. I don't care what nobody wants to say. He bought a house. You know
Mm-hmm.
how many men buy house for women and tomorrow they change their mind? You know how
Exactly.
many men have women in their houses and and it's like a switch, they flip a switch overnight and they're not
Mm-hmm.
the same person they were yesterday
Yep.
because
So
now
Miss
their
Sharon,
representative was what was showing up.
Mm-hmm.
so
And
Miss
all
Sharon,
of
a
a
quick
sudden their
question.
true self is showing. So the people who are saying, Amber, they've got you. No,
Mm-mm.
he can say whatever he wants to say. Has he
Yeah.
told her they both are keeping secrets? They
Mm-hmm.
are both keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Because even now, he has not told her that Evelyn was the one who got that deal out in LA, that him and Wayne
Mm-hmm.
planning to go. He has not mentioned anything that it
Yeah.
was
They.
Evelyn. And I think that is one of the reasons, more than anything, why he does not want her out there. Because Evelyn
Exactly.
warned him not to bring
Bring
her.
her. Yeah. She did say
He has
that,
not told
Charmaine.
her that. He did not tell her that he was in a relationship and it looked like it was a real serious relationship with the realtor based on
Mm-hmm.
their conversation. He has not told her that. Amber has
Yeah.
not told him about she and Wayne. So they're
Mm-hmm.
both keeping secrets. So
Secrets.
people who are saying Amber needs to, it doesn't matter if her name is on the deed. I don't care. The money that she's getting from Anthony is by law. She's not begging Anthony anything. This is what the law says. You are
Mm-hmm.
married. You are divorcing. If you cannot agree on whatever split in asset, the judge will. So let
Yeah.
the
The
court
judge.
decide. Dave is not supposed to be pressuring Amber because he
No.
knew from day one that
Mm-hmm.
she was married.
Yep.
He knew from day one that she was in a divorce and he acknowledged that the divorce can be long and messy. So all of a sudden he bought her a house. She did not ask him to buy her any house. They
Exactly.
were
That was
supposed
his
to buy
choice.
furniture for the other house.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one who went and bought a house. So everybody know, oh, he bought a house for he's a multi-million dollar house. So she should be satisfied with that and leave Anthony money and go. No,
No. I
no,
agree with you, Charmaine. I do
no.
agree with you about Anthony. Yeah, I
No, she
agree.
needs to get what she's getting. They need to settle on a figure. Anthony said 10%. Go back and say 25.
Mm-hmm.
You said 40 and he said 10. That is how negotiations start. You go back and you say, Anthony, 25. Let him say 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta kind of
If he
negotiate.
said, Amber, I'm willing to do 15, you come from 40 to 30 then. And he said,
Yeah.
I'm willing to do 15.
Okay.
And
I
she
think
come
they
down
should
to
just do a
25
dollar amount.
she come down to 25 and him say, I'm willing to do 20. And she said, okay, I will take the 20. And
I
they
think it's
go
gonna
their
be.
separate ways. But when people saying she don't deserve Anthony money, that's a lie.
Yeah, she. No,
That's a
I
lie.
agree
The
with you there.
lawyer. Did you hear the lawyer saying to Anthony? And
Mm-hmm.
this is not, she was talking in thin air. She was talking to Anthony. She said she deserves something because she held you down.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she use that word held
So,
you down while you were making your money? The lawyer
Yeah.
said it. And it must be something Anthony told her. Why she know that? She said she deserves something because she held you down while you were making your money.
and she
Yeah.
So
offered her 200,000,
Oh,
about
yeah, to stay.
200,000.
Remember?
Yeah,
He
that's
offered
what she
that.
came up with.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with
exactly.
you.
But you see, the thing is, the lawyer is basing on what is on in Anthony's financial.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever is in Anthony financial, and she said to him,
I
this
think
is
she's
a little
basing it
less
on the
than
yearly.
20%. You're offering her a little less than 20%. So if
I think she was basing
196
that
is
on
a
the
little
yearly and not his
exactly.
actual.
Yeah.
What exactly does he have in his financial that 196,000 is less than a little less than 20%, and he's saying 10%. So what is what does the 10% represent?
Mm.
And I'm asking everybody and nobody can
Mm.
answer. People
Yeah.
saying
Nobody
$2
knows.
million, 2 million. No, the lawyer
Yeah.
does not know about Anthony other millions of dollars. The
Mm-hmm.
lawyer is basing it off the 3 million that she said you earn 3 million a year.
Yep,
That is
Mm.
that's
what
what
the
I think.
lawyer is basing everything off of. Anthony was the one who told Denisha
But he's
that
worth
he
20.
because he know that Denisha don't even like him. Denisha doesn't even
Mm.
want to be touched. And
Exactly. We know that
he
one.
said, I'm worth $20 million. And even when she said, Kai is upstairs, so we are downstairs, and then he said, no downstairs, no downstairs. And he said, come on, I'm worth
Mm.
$20 million. And Denisha
Mm-mm.
said, no downstairs. So Anthony is telling Denisha all of this because he's but hurt and he just want Amber told him that he's have to go pay for whatever he's getting, and he's
Mm.
proving Amber point every single day because he's just pouring money out, giving Denisha, making room for Denisha son, paying for her mother party, giving her mother money and everything. The next thing,
Well,
he's going to go buy a house for her. Watch. Soon and very soon, because this lake house thing is driving him crazy. With
well, that
Wayne
would
telling
not
him
be
that, oh, she has
wise.
a
I
better
don't
house
think
than
he
you.
is.
Her
I
With
don't
house
the
is
think
way
he's
better
gonna.
Claude
than
looks like,
yours.
I
nah.
don't think he's gonna do it yet because
He
you know
is going, trust me.
the divorce
Trust
is
me.
pending though. So that's gonna be more issues. He might. Okay, he might do it, but it
Trust
wouldn't
me.
be
Because
advisable for him
you
to
know
do it.
why? Because the $20 million, the money that he's hiding, nobody knows about it. So he can buy it in her name. Just like how Dave
Mm.
buy and put Amber name on the deed. He's going to want to match. So he might go and buy a house in her name.
Mm-hmm.
Simple to show off to Wayne. Say, I can buy a house for Denisha. I can
Okay,
buy
well
a
let's
better
see.
house for Denisha. I
I
can buy
hope
a
he
bigger
doesn't.
house for Denisha. Because Wayne does not know the money that Anthony's hiding.
But that's
Nobody
if
knows
that
that
money's
Anthony's
there,
hiding money. You know who knows? Brittany.
Drunk
Darren,
bitch.
No, Brittany
Drunk
Darren,
bitch.
knows.
and
Brittany
Brittany. Oh
knows
yes,
because
Brittany
Brittany
knows.
have his financials from the last year. So Brittany
Mm,
knows the kind of money Anthony's sitting on. But
yeah,
Anthony
but
does not know that Brittany know that this what his financial statement was.
yeah,
He can play
well,
that off as an investment.
yeah.
He
I think
because
if
that
it
has
once
to
it
be for
goes
the
to court,
divorce
Yeah,
papers.
but if he buy it now, during this, you
Oh
hear
no,
the
that's
lawyer said it will also be
Marital
marital
asset.
a
asset.
marital asset. So he's not
marital
going to
asset.
buy it for it to become a marital asset. He's going
Yeah.
to buy it in her name
Wow.
only.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Okay,
she
Well,
let
gonna
me
let's
read
leave.
let's
some
get the judge.
comments.
Let's see what the judge when they go to
Let me see
court.
what they.
Let's see what they say.
Let me get into the let's the chat get into this. All right. Let me read some comment. So Goddess says here, please get the likes up, guys. All right. Please listen to our moderator. Loredana says Charmaine thinks Anthony is dumb like Amber.
Mm-mm.
He
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
He's
and then
worse than
Brian says
Amber.
Amber doesn't deserve 50. And then Brian says 10% of 20 million. That's what you say? Is 2 million should we get? Anna Jones says here, counseling will not work because Shayla is in the picture and will never give up on their family with Anthony. It will
Hmm.
work. Yes, it will work because look what he's doing right now with Denisha. He's putting boundaries in place with Shayla, but we know say Shayla still have the upper hand. But let's see.
What boundaries?
None.
Name one
There
of the
isn't.
boundaries he put in place. Name one.
None. None.
He
One
There
he
isn't
has,
boundary
any
he
yet.
put in place with
look,
Sheila. Name
He's
one.
gonna give. He's
he
gonna
has
give Shayla
never
20,000 for
Shayla.
Kai's birthday party. So there's no
I want you to,
boundaries.
Sharon, name one
Mhm.
boundary he put in place with Sheila.
Well, if not tell Shayla, say, wait there, me can't remember. I'll think
Yeah,
about it
because he
and I'll
was
tell you. Guys, help me. Sharon review need your help. So tell me the boundary that he put
not
in. Oh,
one.
oh, him only
Yeah.
Zero.
check her. He tried to check Shayla, yeah.
Okay, I
Oh,
He
like
he
the
always
word
try to check
try.
her.
I like
try.
the word try because
Yeah,
Hmm.
try. He
Anthony
tried
has
to
not
check
put
Shayla,
any
guys.
boundary, and Anthony can't check Sheila because you know why?
No.
Sheila have dirt on Anthony. Believe
Me-
me.
Yeah, I mean, no. Hold on, no, me read some more things here. Get the chat in there. All right, guys, we're trying to get the meat of the matter here. Brian says, he better not give Shayla that 20K for the party. Why? Because he's gonna get him body whooped from Denisha.
But he's gonna do it though. He's gonna give her.
And
He's
then
gonna give it.
Shaquille says, not everybody is dumb like Wolfman. Anthony loves to spend on women, but he doesn't like making big purchases for them. Remember how long it took him to buy the house for her. Yes. And then look from when Shayla asked for a house. And tell Shayla when Shayla said, I want this house. I have a dream that we kick Amber out. So
Mm.
this is, I can you believe it? Candice and Chase is our friend. And he promised her that he'll buy another house. All
Hmm.
right. So Cindy says the house was a gift. Cindy, we know the house
But
is
with
a
us,
gift, but
yeah, we know.
remember,
Hmm.
the lawyer, Anthony lawyer says it's marital asset. Amber lawyer says it's marital asset. So we have to go off
What the skit
what
is
we
saying.
are
Hmm.
seeing in the skit. We're not going off by Georgia law. Okay, darling. So we can't
Exactly.
put reality into make believe. Then
Hmm.
Loredana says, Anthony is a businessman. He is a stupid in business. Right, only in personal. So Loredana,
Yeah.
we're going to call a spade a spade. He's dumb in personal. All right?
Dumb in
And
business
then
too.
Brian says, he's not buying a house. Exactly. He will buy her a bed, but will he buy the bed? Maybe he'll buy a mattress. Maybe. And then Brian here says, in what
Mm.
world does she deserve off? Okay, so I
It's
guess
down to
I
the
have
The
to
judge
go.
judge.
will the judge will
Yeah.
determine that.
Yeah, exactly. The
The
judge will
judge
make the
is the
final
only
say.
person to determine that.
Hmm.
So let me see how they put it for the chat family poll it. All right. So does Amber deserve 50%? 57% of you guys says no. And we actually get a good vote. 42 of you guys voted. That is so awesome. St. Michael says, whenever I see Wolfman and Amber, I immediately remembered. Why you retract your message? All right, maybe some typo in that. All right, let me go back up here. Dave, Wolfman Dave is getting punished for getting entangled with a married woman. He's going to reap what he sows. Both of them gonna. She
Yeah.
says Anthony need to get him calmer, like the Amber Level Tree is saying at this
Mhm.
time. But we definitely need to see a divorce. Honestly, for them to start afresh, they have to divorce.
Yep, definitely. I think we're all in agreement for that now
Yeah,
because
they have to
too
get that
much.
divorce. And I want them to live their separate life with their new people. You understand? And
Well,
then
they
they
are
will
anyway.
realize.
They're doing that now, so
Yeah, but,
it's not.
you know what? Like how she is in entanglement
Hmm.
and she's still attached to Anthony. It doesn't give her security yet because she's still a married woman at the end of the day. Now, hear what Dave says. Oh, can I marry you when you're still married?
But who says he's gonna marry her?
That's what Amber says there's no guarantee.
He doesn't
And
know.
he
And
wants her to trust him blindly.
yeah, and
So
Exactly.
even if he buys her an engagement ring, that's still not enough that he's gonna marry
exactly.
her. So she has to protect herself for real. Yeah, I agree with her there. She doesn't have no guarantee when it comes to
So
Dave.
she has to get that money, but does she deserve the 50%? And how many of you guys no 57% of you says no, she don't deserve. How much then? Put in the chat. Amber needs to get.
But we like
Sharon,
Charmaine and Will said the
Yes,
judge
darling.
is gonna make the
the
final
judge
decision.
I don't care what anybody want to say she
Mm-hmm.
deserve or don't deserve.
Yeah,
If
it's
it
gonna be
goes to
down.
the judge,
It
Mm-hmm.
should
the
go to
judge is the
court.
only person
Yep.
who can make that decision. If
Is the
Anthony said,
judge.
I'm giving you 100%, and they said, okay, we are still going before the judge,
Mm-hmm.
because if I'm all right, say Anthony said, I'll give you whatever, and they both decide on that, then it's
Mm-hmm.
totally different if they go before the judge, because all they're going to do now is for the judge to say that they are divorced.
Yeah.
But if they cannot agree on anything, or if Amber
Mm-hmm.
said, you know what, we are even going to skip mediation. We just want a date, a court date. Get a court date, because mediation is not going to work, because there's no sense wasting money on mediation, because Anthony not budging and she not
He's
budging,
not
and we see
budging.
they're not budging right now.
Okay.
So ask the lawyer to get a court date, and they go before the judge. The judge is the one who is going to
Mm-hmm.
order all their financials. It's not
Yep.
as easy as we think, because
Mm-mm.
Amber has
Exactly.
to produce her financials.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony
Anthony has
has
to
to
produce
produce his.
his financials. And if they think they might be hiding something, then they're going to do a financial audit on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what
And
they
they will
discover,
find Amber's dad name in the house.
based on what the Amber does not have the house anymore. She sold it. Remember? She sold the house. I don't know what she did with the money. She told Anthony
She
that
put
she
it
was
in her
going to put
dad's
the money
name.
in
She
her
put her dad's
account.
name, she said.
No, she said she was going to put it in her account
She
because
put
she
it in
wanted
her
to manage
dad's
her
name.
own money.
That's what
That's
she
what she
told
told
me.
Anthony when she said
Mm-hmm.
she was selling it. She did not hide. And you remember how upset Daniel was with her. That's supposed to be your rainy day fund. And Amber said, but what do you want me to do? He was going to find out that I sell the house anyway. So I told him, so I don't know why people keep going around and around and around in circle. Anthony, the day Wayne told Anthony the first time when they were going talking about this divorce, and said, I told her I wish she will get something. I will give her something. And what did Wayne say to Anthony? You are too arrogant. Man, you're so arrogant. You believe your own arrogance. Do you think it is up to you? It's up
Mm-hmm.
to the judge.
The judge.
Do
Yep.
you think that is your decision to make? It is up to the
Mm-hmm.
judge. So I don't know why you're standing there saying you will give her something. That is up to the
To the
judge.
judge.
Whatever the judge deem, and when the judge is done with you, Kai is going to be walking barefoot. If you guys don't remember that skit,
Mm.
Wayne told him that it's not up to him.
Yeah, I
That's what
remember that
Anthony's
skit.
trying to do, because you know what happened? Constance told Anthony's lawyer that Amber was emotional and Amber just want to get this divorce and all of that. And with that in mind, Candice told Anthony that Amber is emotional and Amber just want this divorce and whatever. That's why they came with that offer. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they came with that offer. But Amber was just emotional that day because she was just tired of everything. But Amber is still standing 10 toes down.
I
Mm-hmm.
I
So
am
didn't
going
know what
to
number
hold
last
that you need to
discussion
come
was.
off of the fence.
I am on the fence and I'm not
Me
coming off the
want you
fence.
off of the fence.
Why?
Amber's
Why you
got
want
two
me off the fence?
houses. That's all I'm saying. Amber's
I'm
got two
on
houses
the
at the
fence.
moment.
I'm on the fence. But you see, Anthony's still so arrogant that he thinks that I'm offering you
Yes,
10%. Anthony
Loredana.
don't even know anything about God. I don't even know why he's there blaspheming about, because he does not do anything godly.
Neither
He
one
Mm-hmm.
of
does not
them do.
do anything. The only time I hear Anthony, two-time Anthony pray was when he was praying that the first lobster meal he prayed,
Mm-hmm.
and then he prayed again when he was praying that other lobster meal for breakfast, the lobster
Mm-hmm.
grits and whatever. So I think only time when he prays when lobster is involved.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Okay.
No, I'm
Let me
serious.
ask you that. Let
Notice
me
the
read
only
a comment. I need
Okay.
to read a comment that's on my commenting here and it's highlighted. Denise Booker says, it is a gift. When someone gives you a gift, it's yours and don't have to share. No, shake your head and think about what I said.
We're going by skit
okay.
law
So
now.
all
What
right,
was that?
Sharon.
Sorry, what
Skitland
was
law
that?
is running the scene. It's not Georgia law we're looking at right now. We
Yeah, I
we were
think
wanting
people
to,
they love
it's
to
not.
mix up the laws. It's skitland. This is a skit. We can't talk about Georgia law because that's reality.
They
We're
might
all
behave
part.
like say how we say it, you know.
It's
Yeah,
all
but
fantasy.
as they've ever said to Amber, this is your gift. As they've ever used that word regarding the house.
He just
He
said he
said he
bought the
bought a
house
house
with
for
her and put
them
her, yeah, and her
and he
name is
put
on
her
the
name
deed.
on the deed. He has never said this is okay. How can a house be a gift when you're sharing it with the person? Dave's name
Mm.
is on the deed. Amber
And
name is not the
as
only
well,
name on the deed. It's for both of them. Dave used the word, it's for us. I put your name on the deed. It is
married
for
woman,
us. That is not a gift.
married
When
woman
what's
Mm.
his
though.
name bought the car for Lisa, when Darren bought the car for Lisa, you could terms that as a gift because Lisa, it was Lisa's car that Darren told her that this is your car, this is yours. I bought this for you. You own this car. That you could terms that as a gift. You cannot terms the house as a gift if it is not only in Amber's name. And there was no skit ever where Dave said that the house was a gift to Amber.
Said he
No
He
bought
said
the
he
skit.
bought
house,
it for her.
He said he bought the house. It's yours
but his
and
name is in it.
ours. And then he said it's ours. We are going to
Hmm.
So
live
it's
there.
not hers then. It's
So
not.
it's
It's
not
she's.
hers by herself.
He told the girl that the realtor, that he was buying it for
He was buying
Amber.
it, yes, but he wants to buy it for Amber. He did not say, I'm gifting it to Amber. He said he wants to buy it for Amber because of all the what he told Wayne. He said yes, he bought it for Amber because of all the skeleton in the other house.
He must have had
Yeah,
a Halloween store worth
he
of.
must have
Exactly.
had
He
a
said
whole.
because of all the skeleton and he want them to start anew in this house. If you buy a house for somebody, you the
Only
person would
put
have to be
fee.
inviting you into that house, wouldn't they? Because it's my house, and if I don't want you in there, I'm going to tell you you have to go back to your house, go sleep, go to the with the giraffe, go sleep with the giraffe. This is my house. He
So
said, "This
you
is our house." Even
okay?
when
So
he
one,
gave her the key, he said, "Our house. We
yeah,
are
one
going to
thing.
live in this house. It's our house. So
Okay,
it's not your house.
Hmm.
so
Our house."
I need to ask a question, Charmaine, and
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the panel. Hear what you're saying about the house. Okay, so Dave put Amber's name on the house,
On the deed.
on the deed, but Amber hasn't signed the deed. Is that correct? Has she signed any
I don't believe
paperwork?
so.
They haven't showed us yet.
Because that I think that would that have a bearing because does that mean he forged their signature? I don't know because that's what I'm trying to get some clarity on. He said he put her name, so he would have signed Amber Dalton. But as Amber actually signed with her signature.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
remember when he bought the house, he can include. Okay, so he bought the house and he said, "Okay, I need her to be included on the deed." That's
Hmm.
all it takes for her to be included. All the document will show that she is
Part
on the
of
deed.
she's on the deed.
Yeah, because the
So but then
document. So remember, the lady said they have to now get whatever notarized. So
notarized,
Yeah.
more
yeah.
than likely, that's when she got her signature on there.
So is
So
that
she will
on
get
there ready though?
notarized and then she will file for the deed. I see somebody was saying something about that's not how divorce work. I did not catch the name. I
Oh,
just
I
want
saw that
to
as well.
I just want to make it known. Divorce, there are different type of way divorce
Mm,
work. Divorce is
mm,
not cut and dry.
mm-hmm.
It depends on the people them asset. If you have me have, the judge is going to look at both of our assets at the end of the day if it goes to court.
Mm-hmm.
And if Amber's hiding money and they decide they will find it, they're going to look at what she's worth. They're going to look at what she's earning, or sometimes they even look at their potential earning. I've gone through Not me divorced, but I've been present with two of my cousins divorcing. As a matter of fact, one nephew and one cousins, and this was it. My cousin walked away with even half of the man 401k, his pension, everything. They were married for a long time, but he was in a better position. He was earning more than what she was earning, and they look at that as well. They look
Mm-hmm.
at their earning power, and because she was earning way less than he was earning, she got more from him than she would get if they were equal in terms of earning. So right now, she's getting part of his 401k.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
God rest his soul because he passed away, and now all the money that he had, she's getting it. His pension, she's getting his pension, she's getting his 401k because of what the judge ordered. She was
Mm-hmm.
getting some when he was alive, but once he passed away, she's getting double what she was getting. So
Mm, I
that is how
see.
divorce work.
Yep.
Divorce work
Definitely
how the judge deem it fit.
fits. Yep.
And the
Okay.
True.
judge is the one who make the ruling.
He does.
If kids
Goddess
are
says.
involved, the
I
judge
need to
will
read
tell
some
you
comments, guys.
who is
Mm,
responsible for the schooling of the kid, who is responsible to pay the kid schooling, who is responsible for whatever regarding the kid. If a kid is involved, they will split the time between the parents. And sometimes I said, this does not even make sense because you have the kid 2 days, you have the kid the other 5 days this week. Next week, you have the kid the 5 days, and you have the kid the other 2 days. And it goes on like that. That is what the judge ruled. So I've
okay.
been there. So I know divorce work.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Let me
again,
just
Anthony,
read some comments here. All right.
yeah.
So, Tina was saying here, I wish they would ask for a court date. And then we all want that too, Tina. And then
Mm-hmm.
St. Michael says, I remember what Amber father told her. I also remember what Wolfman Dave mother told him and Amber. The advice and warning, we are ignored. This is punishment for their disobedience. Thank you, darling. We all remember it, darling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shaquille says 20% she think Amber should get. Loredana says Charmaine has went to 50% of Amber.
what you
Okay, so
mean?
I
I don't
guess
understand that. What you mean, Charmaine? Charmaine has went to a 50% of a Amber. No, I'm still on the fence. I've not gone
that's
anywhere.
why we
But
tell her that
not my
Loredana,
no no
that's
no
why we
no.
tell her
I'm
to come
calling
off
a
of the
spade a
fence. She need to
spade.
come off of the fence and
Listen,
go stand up beside the
you
level
know,
tree them and
listen.
continue to
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
help
no,
Amber.
no.
So,
But
Okay. Can
so
I read
right
this
now,
comment?
Passion says, I want us to look at something Anthony betrayed Amber the first time. I think when he told Wayne about the book Sarah wanted to write, long before he and Amber and Wayne. You know anything about this, Charmaine? I can't rep.
yeah, they were going to write a tell-all book on Wayne, and Anthony
Yeah, I
told
remember that.
Wayne that they were planning on writing it because
I thought it
Yeah.
was Amber who told.
Amber told Anthony.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Amber was
remember
the
that
one who
skit
told
actually.
Anthony that they were going to do it. So
okay.
yes, Anthony went back and told Wayne. So
That's
Okay, I
what
all of
they
got
that.
you.
do.
Yeah.
Sharon, can I read this from Goddess? Goddess says Anthony prayed when he came out of the hospital. Yeah, we remember that. I think this is referring to how many times he's prayed, Charmaine. But yeah,
Yeah.
he prayed when he
Oh
came
yeah.
out of the hospital.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
remember he prayed out of the hospital on the night when Amber
Oh,
did not
that's
sleep
a
there.
good one, Jeff. Yes, Jeff, I think so. I'm reading comments, guys. We need to get the chat in. Jeff, I read
Yeah.
your message to me. Yes, I think so. And let me just say, Jeff asks a question here, and I think it's it. Because why is he feeling away? Because he knows that Anthony is and Wayne is
Friends.
friends,
Yeah.
right, Jeff?
Yes.
And then he's asking Wayne, when is Anthony signing the paper?
Yeah,
And
because
Jeff,
he's
you are absolutely right. Do you think Dave bought the house as a manipulation tactic to get what he wants from Amber? Yes, Jeff,
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
so.
What you mean
And
what
we are
he
taking
wants?
it to the bank.
What he wants in what terms? What I don't understand what he wants. I don't.
Charmian,
Yeah.
Charmian.
I think it's control, like
Exactly.
a level of control over her.
He
And
says he possessed her. He got her from Anthony. Dropped the ball
Anthony.
and he pick up the prize. Remember him said that to
Hmm.
her,
Yeah,
Yep,
Charmaine?
he did.
but knowing Amber, he should know that he cannot control Amber because Amber is
he don't know her.
indecisive. Amber is
He
not
know
a
the
person
future.
who is decisive and will make up her mind on certain things. Amber will tell you yes today on this, and tomorrow she come back and change her mind. So if you are so indecisive, there's no way you can control that person. You cannot control a person who is indecisive.
He
You
All
can
knows
right.
control a
everybody.
submissive person.
He
You see,
doesn't know
Charmaine,
No,
everybody.
no,
I
no.
think
But you can
fear.
control a submissive. No, no.
Come
You
up on the
control a
fence,
submissive
Charmaine.
person.
Should Charmaine come off the fence? May I go pull that
Oh yeah,
right
that's a good
now?
poll. That's a good
Yes,
poll. Yeah,
that's a
Yes,
poll
good
but
that
I'm
one.
pull for
saying
Charmaine.
you can control a submissive person. You don't control a person who is indecisive that cannot make up their mind. That is not a submissive person.
Should
Because today
Charmaine.
Amber is 10 toes down on something, and tomorrow she is not
Yeah,
sure
she
of
flips.
what she
Yeah,
wants
she's
to
like,
do. So
yeah, they're
you
both the
cannot control
same.
somebody like that. Somebody
Yeah,
like that is not controllable
again,
because you don't know
Anthony.
what you're getting tomorrow. You don't know which of the Amber you're getting tomorrow.
Yeah, similar
Oh,
to
well said.
Anthony. Anthony and Amber flip flop all the time.
Exactly. They are
They're
just
the
These are the
different
same.
side of
same.
the same coin.
Yep,
Different side of the same coin.
yep,
Yep.
Anthony and
def-
Amber are different sides of the same
Same
coin.
coin. Well
yep,
said.
definitely. That's one
All
thing
right.
I would
So
say.
here, Eros said here, Loredana at Loredana. I also work in a family court. Amber should pray. The judge should not be a man. I think I saw a comment that somebody else says
Yeah, somebody said
that
if the
they
judge was
hope that
lying, Amber would
Yeah,
be
but
cooked.
that
Yeah, but
shouldn't
that
come
should not
into
make any difference
no
because
that.
I don't think it makes a
Anthony
difference.
cheated and
Mm-hmm.
have a baby on his wife. A lot of men
Yeah,
will
Now the
not
cheating gonna come
answer
out
that.
as a wash because they both
mm,
cheated. It doesn't really matter that a
Exactly.
kid
No,
came
but
out
no,
of
no,
it.
no. I'm not talking about the last time with Amber and
mm,
Denisha and Dave. I'm talking because the lawyer told Anthony when Anthony
we
was
need to
telling
read
the
the chat,
lawyer.
guys.
Remember when
okay.
Anthony told the lawyer the first time that Amber cheated before they got married, and the lawyer said that's not going to be here nor there. They're not looking at that. They're looking at it from the time they say I do. So unless she's cheating now, and Anthony said he's not even sure. And he said, I will set a PI on her. I will investigate. I will do some investigation to see
Okay.
if she is still cheating in the marriage. That's what the lawyer told him. Because the lawyer told Anthony that in court, they're not going to even think about before the marriage. What
No,
they're
they're not.
Mhm.
concentrating on everything that happens after the marriage.
After,
So when
yeah.
he brought that up to the lawyer, he did bring it up to the lawyer about Anthony and about Wayne and Amber cheating up until the day of their wedding. And he said, did they cheat after you guys say I do? And he said, I don't know. And then the lawyer said, you know what? I'll do some investigation to find out, which we all know that she'll come up empty handed if that was the case, because it never happened. So people keep saying we are talking about this divorce, and that with Wayne is not going to have anything
To do no,
on
it
this
won't
divorce right now.
because
They
it's
might take into
before.
consideration that they're both moving on because they're living separate lives, they're living with separate people. I don't even know if the judge is going to look at Denisha moving into the marital home. It might just be showing because if Anthony lawyer want to draw and said when Amber was ready to go back home, somebody else was living in her home, so she could not go back home. So she have to
Hmm.
stay with whatever. She was only sleeping some nights out, and then Anthony moved her whole family in. So he forced her not to go back home.
It's gonna
They
be
could
messy.
do
It
that.
is.
A good lawyer would make that stick. A good,
Mm.
if it was me, trust me, I'm not a lawyer and I would make it stick.
Yeah.
I would
Can I
make
read
it stick.
this? Read a few of these comments. Brian says, Charmaine, this is Skitland, not real world.
We know.
Yeah. And then Anna Jones says there are no boundaries with Shayla
Oh.
and Denisha. I think Anthony loves Shayla and he feels guilty for feeling that way. I don't know if he loves Shayla. I don't know about that.
Okay.
No, no.
Brian says, I know about divorce very well because I work in family court. Yes, but remember,
Brian,
this
you
is
work in family
Skitland.
I
court?
told Brian.
Okay. And Is it Alana says 57%? Okay. And Era says, my boy Anthony is not going to sign any papers for greedy Amber. Okay. And then Era again says, Sharon, Wolfman, Dave is up to something, right? Okay. Shirley says 46. What 46 likes, 61 likes.
Hi, Chance.
Hit the button, please. And then Suzette said, we all know she's not on the fence. Okay. Suzette says, we all know you're not on the fence, Charmaine.
Okay,
If you
so
think so, if you think so,
how is the vote going with Charmaine?
Okay.
Okay, so 67% says she must get off of the fence. So you see, you need
Definitely.
to come off now, Charmaine. We're licking you
if
off
they
of the
think
fence.
so, but I am on the
We are
fence.
lick her
But
off of the
I,
fence.
Come
the
on,
thing
Shane,
is,
man.
I am
Charmaine,
on the fence, but I'm calling a spade a spade. And why? Why?
Here is Jackie. You said it's fire, Charmaine. Read it.
It says Charmaine, divorce does not work the way you are explaining it. Both of them have done dirt and has hidden money. It will not go either of them way.
I've
And
said that from
the
time as
dirt
well.
that people saying Amber did before is not going to count in the divorce. If they're
No.
talking about the Denisha and the Dave, that's totally different. Amber filed the paper. All they're going to look, because I've seen where O'Neill put it in and do research. All that's going to do is say they were ready to move on. So they were living their separate lives. It's not going to affect the divorce adversely, because the judge is going to say these people reach a stage where they want to divorce and they were ready to move on with different people. Anthony having a child in the marriage is
Mm-hmm.
totally different. Remember what the lawyer said? That Anthony, they were trying not to something about the child, and he said, but they can't do that because there is a child. So they child Kai is evidence. Kai is evidence that Anthony cheated.
Yeah.
Right now, Anthony can say him and Denisha has not been intimate, and Amber can say the same thing. I sleep in Dave's house, but you have not been intimate. There is no proof that they're intimate. But there is a Kai to say that Anthony cheated. Anthony can say, oh, Denisha and I live in sleeping like brothers and sisters. There's no proof to say that they're intimate. So there's no proof to say that they're cheating. They can say, yes, she have a boyfriend. Yes, Anthony have a girlfriend. But there is no proof that they are intimate. Nobody can come with a proof to say they're intimate. There's no picture to show, no video to show when
Okay.
they were intimate. So they can say, we are not intimate. We just need companionship. A lot of
Okay.
married people are just living together, companionship, or living up whatever their life, and it's just for companionship. But Anthony has a child, which is evidence to show that he cheated.
And also
That's
the
all I'm
money that he's
saying.
remember the money that he's been spending on
Exactly.
Denisha.
Marital
That's gonna
asset
be
does not
marital
mean that
assets
he's
as well.
cheating with Denisha either, because
Yeah.
there's no video to show that they were intimate.
Well, I think the judge will take common sense. At the end of the day, it's gonna be
Okay, I'm
down to
reading
the
some
judge.
comments when you finish.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be heading off
All
now.
right. Thank
Take
you,
care,
darling.
everybody. Thank you, everyone. Look after yourself, and
Thank
I'll
you,
see you
darling.
next
Have a
week.
good night. All right.
Okay.
So Brian
Bye.
says, Dave told the realtor put Amber name on the deed. Yes. And Goddess says, "Hi, dear Chance. Welcome in, Chance." Wade says, word salad. Suzette P says. And then Brian says, Sharon, what's the link? Oh, somebody up too far then. All right. Oh, Brian, you want the link to come up? Oh, because the other people them said that we not make no sense. So they want Brian to come up. Come on now. All right. There you go. Okay, let me in. Okay, Brian, you have the link there now. The court used common sense, Charmaine. Okay, so I'm come
Okay.
explain it to us, Charmaine. All right, Brian, you have the link. And then Shaquille said the fence need to come down. Yes, Shaquille, I totally agree with you. Anthony doesn't want Sheila to tell the child he wanted to abort him. That's why he buys her happiness. All right, so everybody until you come off of the fence. And thank you, D.
Not
We'll
coming off.
talk.
Not coming off.
You know, come off of the fence.
No.
She's stubborn, you know.
No.
When she says she not do something, she remind me of my sister. Then when them say them not do something, them not do it. Charmaine, remember, Anthony prayed to God for his wife to look at him like she used to. He confessed his sin and asked God to give him
When?
back his wife. He forget all about that,
When was
Lily.
that? He never confessed nothing. Him just say him prefer to lose everything what him have if him could have get back him wife. There was no confession. There was no saying, God, I'm sorry for all that I've done. I'm sorry for sinning. I'm sorry for whatever. Me never hear none of
Yes,
that.
him did say that.
Really?
Go
Yeah,
back to
he
that
did.
scene. Jeff didn't Anthony say him sorry
Yeah,
if he
he
could
did.
just get your wife back.
He had the whole crying and praying skit for himself, but do we believe it? I don't know.
A lot of people said he only reached the ceiling, so we're not even going to talk about it. Because that night, everybody, I was like, God answer all prayer, and oh my God, they came for me. You remember, Sharon? When
Yeah.
I was saying, God answer every prayer as long as it's coming from a sincere place. And people came at me and says that prayer only reached the ceiling. That prayer did
Mm.
not go anywhere. God was sleeping when Anthony was praying. Some things they say in the same chat.
You're dangerous to blows
So
on. Mr. Shami, you're
now I
dangerous
went on
one.
the fence. That's one of the reasons I went on the fence because they said I was taking up for my nephew. They even say Anthony was my nephew. They said it was your nephew. Come get your nephew, Charmin. Charmin, come get your nephew. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay on the fence. They're saying I'm Amber extremist. I'm on Amber undercover fan, all of that. No. I will call a
Sorry, Donna
spade a
said that's
spade.
just Shami opinion.
I will
And
call a
Brian says
spade a
you're putting
spade.
your experience in Skitland. They weren't married for that long.
No,
And
I
then
think he
I
was
hope
just
you
saying
get
that
at
Amber's gonna
Brian.
get
We need
something.
voice of reason. Lord, and behave yourself. Yeah, behave like so we now do the thing right. Review it right.
You
Yeah,
see,
Sherman was
Alani
just
says
saying that
57%. The boy Anthony is not going to sign any paper. Oh, my boy Anthony not going to sign the paper for greedy Amber. Anthony just as greedy as Amber.
exactly. Anthony's
And
more
Shirley
greedy than
says we have
Amber.
46 like 61. Hit the
Okay.
button.
Arrow,
Thank you guys for the 46 that hit the like button already.
Arrow, you're saying Anthony is not signing any paper for greedy Amber. You have $20 million and you want to give your wife in a divorce 196,000. Who is greedy? Come on, Arrow, you're supposed to know better than that. Who is greedy?
they
You have
both
That's
greedy.
why you
$20
should
million.
come off of the fence, Charmian.
You
They
have $20
both greedy.
million and
It's
you
Yeah,
gonna
want
they're
to
be
both
give
greedy.
somebody
yeah, they
in a
both greedy.
divorce
I think it's an excuse to
$196,000 and
stay
you're saying that
together.
person not greedy?
I think they both using the numbers to as an excuse to stay together. I think neither one of them actually wants the divorce.
True.
Charmaine, how you doing?
I am good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I
Very
Yolanda,
good.
welcome in.
Charmaine, I believe you're Amber. I'm definitely an Amber fan. You know what I mean? I understand what you're talking about. I understand. I understand you have a lot of great valid points. But the thing is this: a skit land is one thing as far as like that. When Dave purchased the house with the realtor, he said, "I'm buying this house for Amber." And the realtor was saying to him, well, that is a good gesture. And he said, I want Amber's name on the deed. So right away when he said, I want Amber's name on the deed. So we haven't seen that the final conclusion of them signing the deed. But if her name is on the deed, we're gonna take it as the name is on the deed because that's what they want us make us to believe. So in that instance, it becomes marital property. You see, Amber's problem is Anthony's ego is terrible and Amber's ego is terrible. So what happens? You have two contentious people arguing back and forth a percentage. So what did Dave tell her today? Amber, or yesterday, you know what? Let Anthony have it all. I got you. We were talking about that earlier today with Sharon and that. The thing is, by him saying that, it's giving her an out. So she doesn't have to fight and say, you know what, he did this to me, he did that to me, whatever. The thing is, if it goes to court, and I don't think it is going to court. But if it, let's say it does, once that lawyer finds out it's marital property and they got to sell the house and split everything, what do you think is going to happen then? Amber's dreams and hopes and whatever situation with Dave is going to be gone. It's going to be done because he's going to look at it and say, I told you. Because like Sharon said, there's something else Dave's doing that we don't know. It hasn't come out in the wash yet. Because that letter Melissa gave her sister the gift to Dave, because Melissa knows that Wayne and Amber slept together before because Danielle told her. So there's another part of the skits that, you know, we're just waiting in anticipation to see what happens. So that's why Danielle was so adamant, not Danielle, Melissa was so adamant to give the letter to Melissa and says, make sure you give this to Dave.
Yeah, but you know what Melissa also said, when you think the time is right. If Danielle thinks that the time is right next year this time, how is that going to affect anything? She did not say make sure you give it to Dave ASAP. Then I would say it's something that was pressing and important. She gave the letter to Danielle and she said, would you give this to Dave for me? And Danielle said, whatever Danielle reply was, and he said, give it to him when you. So she is giving Danielle that authority to give it to Dave when she thinks the time is right. So what would be important in a letter if you're allowing somebody to determine when you're going to give that person that letter?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand it's a skitland. So everything has timing. Everything has to serve its purpose. So don't forget also that Danielle is married to Ben. Ben hangs out with who? Anthony. So if there's something coming to court, and then after Ben, you know what, he can't hold water, he's going to say, you know what, they're going to court. Then you know what, this might be when Melissa might say, not Melissa, Danielle might say, you know, this is the opportune time to give it to Dave.
Yeah, but
everything has to go in sequence. Everything has to follow the pattern. Everything has to follow what's going on in SkitLanta. Everything's based on the writers that are writing Amber, Mike, and Steen, all these writers. So they read the comments, they understand what's going on. So they're getting a lot of ideas from us, from our viewpoints, what we like, what we don't like. So that motivates them to write different things adversely or things that we like.
Yeah.
So this is what's going on. So the thing is, and see, also from what we're not seeing yet, because timing is everything, is Dave's sister, Dave's ex. You know what I mean? So and Dave's mother. So they gave us just a little tidbit of that, of the mother saying, you know, you're still a married woman, where the sister is still trying to get, you know, what are you doing with her? And yada, yada, yada. So everything has to come into play. So it's not coming into play.
And the daughter too, the daughter and the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. And the daughter, the boyfriend, everything's coming into play 100%. And the thing is, what we should understand and what we're trying to understand, because there's something that's going to happen that's going to be out of left field, because that's how things work. Back in the day when we were watching soap operas, it's just a different element of now. There's a little bit more sophistication that's going on with SkitLanta, because instead of watching it for a half hour, we just get 3 or 4 minute tidbits and all boom, boom, you know? So this is what happens, in my opinion. But Charmaine, you know, I just love your energy. And if you were Amber's lawyer, Amber might be homeless. I just hate to say
Amber would not, trust me. If I was Amber's lawyer, Amber would not be homeless.
Yeah,
I can tell you that for a fact, because I'll be fighting for that 50%.
Yeah, but you're fighting.
So Brian, you know what? I have to laugh when I listen to everybody saying that Anthony's going to come for Amber house because Amber name is on the title. Who is going to come for Anthony's house? Anthony's name is on the title. If Amber house is a marital asset, what about Anthony's house?
It's about winning the purchase.
That's why it's a lose-lose situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's a lose.
All the Anthony properties that he owns with Dave.
But what you don't understand.
You know how much property Anthony owns with Wayne? His name is on those deeds as well.
But you see, guess what? This is where
that's where you need to come off a defense, Charmaine.
But Charmaine,
come off a defense.
Because I'm saying, if it is good for Amber, if what is good for the geese is good for the gander.
Exactly.
Everybody, what everybody's doing is saying.
But the geese is a lot different, because Anthony's property is under a corporation. It's not under a private entity. This is not what you understand. because he already said before that he has number companies. She can't come after number companies. It's like LLCs.
Listen,
She
Brittany,
can't come after
Brittany, Brittany
LLCs.
said the law. Brittany was the lawyer and says whatever his name is on, as
Yeah,
long
but
as
is
his
he?
name is
No,
on
she said
it,
he couldn't get
they
the house
can
done.
Yeah,
come for it because his
but if it's
name is
under
on it.
if it's
Sabrina
under
said she'll kick you off of the fence.
Brittany told Brittany was the
yeah,
one
but
who was
yeah,
saying that last year that even though as long as Anthony's name is on the document,
But
no, but
Brittany
if it's
didn't go too
under
No,
far with
Brittany
the. She didn't even finish the. She couldn't find
the
every single
she couldn't
pieces.
find the discovery.
error,
But she also said
error,
that
error,
she was
error.
telling
Listen,
Amber she
error,
needed to
error,
put her name on the house because she wasn't entitled to it.
error.
So
You see, and listen something. Anthony lied away too about that house because you know what Anthony told Shania that he only told Amber that it was in his LLC, but isn't it because he did not want to put her name on the deed? I don't know how many of you remember Anthony telling
Yes,
Shania that.
when it's back in the
Error,
day. So
error.
LLC, that means she has no right to it because it's a company.
Okay, Yolanda says Anthony doesn't have a prenup. Therefore, it's community property.
Exactly. Everything is community property because him do have
Not,
a prenup. Error.
not if it's
Listen,
under
Error.
LLC.
Can Brian let me just respond to Error because she have my
Go ahead.
name in the comment.
I'm buying garbage bags for Amber because she's gonna be with garbage bags.
She's not gonna be no with no garbage bag. And I can tell you that.
Charmaine, get off the
Okay,
fence.
I
Shakil
am
said
telling
Brittany.
you that Error, when you said Charmaine, don't brag about anything that concern the court. You're not the judge. I have never said that I am a judge. I've never said I'm a lawyer. I've only have knowledge because I have been there through as a matter of fact, 3 divorces. I've been there with 3 divorces. I've been present and I know all the facts with 3 divorces, 2 nephews.
Charmaine, you
and a
divorced 3
cousin.
times?
Not me. I
Oh,
said I've been there, 2 nephews and a cousin. And I was
okay.
privy to all the court
But
documents.
remember, they're not going off for real life right
Listen,
now,
but I'm
Sham.
telling her, I am talking a base. Okay, O'Neill said Georgia law is SkitLanta law. That's what O'Neill said every day. Georgia law is
Okay.
SkitLanta law. And if O'Neill is saying Georgia law is SkitLanta law, then I'm talking about law that I know and divorce situation that I know. So, Error, please don't come for me. I'm stating my opinion, and you're stating your opinion. Don't include my name in anything because
Yeah,
I
everyone remember be
never said I
respectful in
was
the
a
chat.
judge. I've never said
Charmaine,
I was a judge in anything. So don't say I am bragging about anything and
No,
I'm
you're
not a
not.
judge.
We're just playing around,
I've,
Era. Come on.
I've
It's
no,
never
no,
said
it's
that.
just a skit. Remember, guys,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
a
it's
skit.
just a skit. Charmaine, but the thing is, you're talking about people that were married for 30, 25
No,
years.
no, no. Some were married for a year. One was
Okay,
married
so
for
if
a
you're
year.
married for a year, you're still
One was
entitled
married.
for 50%?
One got married because the girl got pregnant and they wanted the kids to born in wedlock.
Hi, Margot.
And they were only married for like a little over a year because the kids were like 3 months old when they decided to divorce.
And
So
look
they
at
were
and
married
what
for a
happened?
little over a year.
And what happened?
Well, they were in mediation for about 2 years because the wife would not agree on what the husband was offering. The husband would not agree on what the wife was asking for.
What was
And
the end
then the
result?
judge came in and the judge split everything in 2.
He was like
Everything in 2.
he was like
Even the
he was
kids
like
were
Solomon.
split
He
in
was like
2.
Solomon.
They are twins and they spend 2 days with one for the week and 5 days with one, and next week it reverse. So even
I have a
that was
question for
split.
you, Charmin, when you're finished.
Even that was split. Their school, their daycare was split in 2 because they were earning basically the same amount of money. There was no
How many kids?
alimony granted. The judge says no alimony because the wife was able to take care of herself. The husband was able to take care of
How many
himself.
kids Anthony
So
and
they
Amber have?
split. They were twin, 2 kids.
How many
twin.
kids Anthony and Amber have?
They were twins.
How many
And
kids
the judge
Anthony and
split
Amber have?
everything in 2. Everything in 2. The judge split everything. Whatever they had was split in 2.
How many
Let
kids
me read
Anthony
this
and Amber
comment.
have?
I live in Georgia. Margaret says she live in Georgia and divorced in Georgia. I live in Georgia and divorced in Georgia. The lawyer told me that alimony is hard to get when you are young enough to still work. Of course, my assess doesn't equal the Daltons. So,
That's
what
what
did you
I
end
said.
up with? If you can say, did you win the case or you didn't get the alimony?
Shaman, I have a question for
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
See,
How you doing, first of all?
I'm good. I'm right now. I'm
Okay.
laying in my bed. I'm enjoying everything in my bed.
Okay. My question is, with your two cousins, would the courts the same or different when you went there to witness all of those court dates
There
and
were different courts
hearing?
because they were in different counties. In Florida, we have counties. So
Okay.
you
The
have
reason
Dade County and you have Broward County. So
the reason why I'm
two
yeah.
of the case was decided in Broward County. One was decided in Dade because the husband, my cousin was living in Dade, so she filed in Dade. So that's where all that was decided. But my two nephews, they were all in Broward County. So there was divided in Broward County. And I can tell you one of the nephew, the one that was married less than the year or just a little over a year, it was easy to mediation took a long time. It was months after months after months of mediation. The mediation was longer than the marriage. And that was every time we were laughing and says, oh my God, you just married for over a year and your mediation is going on for almost 3 years. So the mediation was brutal. That was long
But
because the
Florida
So,
wife
laws,
what happened? What was the outcome?
they just split everything in two.
the
Because
judge,
after they could
Yes, they
not
had
decide on
witness three. So, all was the three of them
the other
thing?
one, that's what I'm saying. My cousin, she got even the pension from the guy. She got his
but
pension.
she was
She
married a
got,
long time. You said though.
they were married a long time. No,
Well,
those were
that's
married a
different. She
long time.
deserves that. She
They were
deserves
married
that.
a long time and they had a kid, but the kid was adult. The kid was an adult kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the
But
problem
sure.
with that one is that the husband was working way more than what the wife was working. So that's
Okay.
But she.
what the judge look at to grant her what he grant her because the husband was a government worker and his pension was woo, and his
No.
401k was woo. So he was really seeing some money. And
Yeah.
the wife was entitled, the judge says the wife is entitled to half of his pension and his 401k.
But she
And
deserved that. She deserved that. You know what I mean? He worked a long
I'm
time,
not saying he does,
and
she does not
yeah.
deserve it. I'm
But
just
if we
saying it
go
depends on your situation.
100%, so the situation with Amber and Anthony married less than two
Oh, she
years
Yeah,
changed it to
but
three.
guess me what? It
doesn't
was a
just
cheating thing as well.
no. But listen,
What?
It was
but the thing
also
is,
a
like
cheating thing. It was
no,
also a
but
cheating thing. And my
but
third one was that my
Charmaine, let
third
me ask you
nephew was
one
a
question.
cheating thing.
Let me ask you one question. If Amber would have said to Anthony, you know what, I've been messing with Wayne this morning. Now we're getting married. What do you think?
I don't know what, and that is the thing.
No,
Amber took
no,
the
but you
keys
see, this
from
is what
Anthony.
people. This is what
I,
people do. They look at the result and not the
no,
what
no,
caused the
no.
result.
That's not going to count in anything
Oh,
because
where's Brian? Brian is
Anthony,
property
Anthony
marital
renewed the vote
asset.
twice. You know what is going to mess him up? He did not divorce. He did not file for a divorce when he found out. And even though Amber was the one who instigated the first vow renewal, Anthony went along with it. After they found out about him at Wayne
Okay,
and
thank
all
you,
of that.
darling.
So because of that, Anthony did not instigate a divorce. If Anthony did after that and said, you know what, I want a divorce, you can say definitively that you not married her
Okay, thank you,
after he
Yolanda
found out that
and
morning that he
Margaret.
slept with Wayne. But the fact that he stayed and he renewed vows twice, we don't know what you do because you know Anthony
Okay,
is just a flapper. We
so
don't know
let,
what you do.
let,
You know
let me ask
something
you a
else?
question. Here's a question that should be asked.
Mhm.
If you renew your vows, it's like renewing your marriage, correct?
No, you just renewing your vows. Your marriage start the first day you married. The first day you married, that's when your
But
marriage start.
but
Renewing your vows is just
do you
renewing
sign?
your commitments. That's all you're doing. You're renewing your commitments. You're saying, I still want to continue this marriage. I love you, blah, blah, blah. It does not, it
So that will all come into play though. That will all come into play because she
you
took him back no
okay,
matter what.
so
She took hold on. She took him back no matter what happened. Standing up at Rose's wedding, doing and everything else. So she already tried. She already tried. Like you said, she already tried. So she accepted everything that he did. So all of a sudden, she deserves half. Half for what reason?
Nobody, I'm not saying
What
she deserve half, and I've never said she deserve half.
what does she
I'm
deserve in your
saying
opinion?
what
In
I
your
said,
opinion? In
and
your
I
opinion?
keep saying that's up to the judge. I never, from the day Amber and Anthony filed for divorce, I have never said who deserve half or who does not. I said I personally would leave that up to the judge. The judge is the one who
It
will
ain't going to court.
decide who gets
It's not
what.
going to court. I tell you that right now.
Trust, it's going to end up in
No, it's not.
court
No,
because
it's not.
they're not going to agree in media. If they go to mediation, they're not going to agree in mediation. So that's why it's going to end up in court.
It, you're gonna.
Sabrina said exactly. Charmin remitted herself to the marriage.
Of course, she recommitted herself to the marriage, but the marriage started the first day of the marriage. The first day when okay,
Honestly,
let
I
me ask
You
you
don't
a
know
think
what's
question.
of our
I'm
renewal
going to ask
account
you a
for
question.
anything.
Sharon?
Thank you, JDK.
Let me ask
Sharon,
you a
Oh my.
question,
Sharon, you know
Brian.
what's going to happen? They're going to go. Everybody's going to court, and they're going to find out Kai's not really Anthony's kid.
And how is that going to that's not going to be the price of what's going to affect that's not going to affect the price of saltfish, as my mother would say. Because Kai being not Anthony Kid, not good because that was evidence already that he cheated. There was no way he can still come out and say I did not cheat, even if he finds out that Kai is not his
Well,
kid.
that's
The
what
evidence
Anthony's
is
lawyer
still
said,
clear
right?
that
That
you
Amber has the
thought Kai was
evidence.
your kid, so you cheated.
Yeah.
And Brian, let me ask you something. Is there any
Yes.
evidence that Anthony is sleeping with Denisha apart from when Amber saw them in bed?
No,
Still,
you're right. I
okay.
agree
Is
with you.
there
I
any
agree with you.
evidence that Dave is sleeping with Amber?
Thank you, Loredana.
There is no evidence that they're intimate, I should say. Is there any evidence
Uh,
that these two people
well,
are intimate with each
yeah.
There
other?
is
Yes, there is
evidence.
evidence.
There is
Yeah,
the
there is
million.
evidence
There
with
is
Amber and Dave.
Denisha,
There
and
is.
then
Where's
there is
evidence? Where's
Amber and
evidence that
her
they're
guy.
intimate?
There is
Intimate.
evidence because
Where's
Amber tells
where
everybody.
where's the evidence?
Because Amber tells everybody.
Melissa knows about them.
Being
Um,
intimate, Melissa was
Me
not
tell
in
you
their
now,
bedroom.
Starman need to
Melissa
come
know
off of
that
that
she
blouse
slept
and skirt
over
fence.
there. Does not
Starman,
mean
that's
there's
it. You're
evidence.
coming off of the fence today. May I take you off of the fence
Amber,
personally?
Anthony has evidence that he cheated because there is Kai. Anthony can say that I've never slept with Denisha. She's my companion. She's
May
the
I pull
reason
this?
why I
It's
can get a good
Charmaine,
night's sleep in the
Amber's
night.
lawyer. Come on.
You understand? So
Amber's.
It's Charmaine, Amber's lawyer.
I'm
Amber.
nobody else.
Yeah, yeah. Charmaine.
If I was
Charmaine.
Amber lawyer, Amber would get 50%. If
Char,
I was Amber lawyer,
Char,
regardless if she
That's
deserves
why you need to come
priority.
off of the
hey,
fence.
Charmaine's gonna have Amber back at the condo with this talk.
I know,
No,
right?
trust me, Amber is not going to go back to the condo,
They're
and I
back to the
can
condo.
guarantee that.
Does she even own the condo?
Amber not going back to no condo, and I can guarantee that. You know something? Amber owns 50% of that Lakes View house.
No,
All right. Amber,
she
so
owns. No, 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 no,
25%
no.
belongs to Anthony and
She
25 for
she
her.
owns the
It don't
whole
really
house
matter.
because
She still have
she owns
stake in the house. She
she
still
owns
have
all the
stake.
land.
So Dave can go back to him giraffe and him monkey them.
Yes.
He,
That's what we are calling your friend now,
You
Charmaine.
understand?
You hear
Dave,
Sabrina say? That's Charmaine nickname.
what?
Amber's lawyer.
Who- Angela was Amber's lawyer. Remember, she said, and I was
No, no,
second chair.
Angela
Back
the Patricia
then,
network, so leave that alone. So we can't
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
Angela. We have a new lawyer for
No,
Amber,
but back then
and
I was
that
second
yeah,
is
just
chair.
like
Back
Amber
then
Charmaine.
has
I
a
said
new
I was
lawyer,
second chair.
she has a new lawyer.
You're
Of
right. She have
course.
a new lawyer named
I
Charmaine.
know
You
I
get
am not. I'm on
100%
the
vote the
She
fence.
she
blouse
she
and
she
skirt
she she
Charmaine.
she took away Brittany. She didn't
100%
want
vote.
Brittany. She didn't want Brittany as her lawyer, so she got a new lawyer.
She
Now she
And
has.
no,
that is
Brittany left.
Charmaine.
Brittany left because Brittany was upset that Amber went back to Anthony. That was why
Yeah.
Brittany and Anthony and Amber sort of parted ways a
Okay.
little bit because she was upset that Amber actually went back to Anthony and Brittany
But
was
is that
Ooh.
because she didn't listen to her, or is I
Brittany
think it's
did
she also
warn.
didn't listen to her too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brittany did warn Amber and says you're going to be back in the same
That
She
position.
you're gonna regret this.
And
She
she's
wanted the best for her, but at the same time, Amber wanted her own thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
She do her
but
own thing like Anthony.
Brittany was a snake also.
Yeah.
Let me read this comment. Anna Jones says, I think if any Melissa, I think anything, Melissa made a financial investment for Dave he does not know about. This is why the envelope is so thick. Well, we can't wait to see what is in that envelope. I'm dying to find out what's in there.
and maybe
Mm.
she's right because I
Yeah,
keep
I
going
think
back
so.
to
She,
what
it's a possibility
I
because the
keep going
letter
back
is
to what
really
she
thick.
says. I keep going back to what she told Daniel to give it to him when she thinks the time is right.
Yes, they
If it
are.
was something urgent, she'll tell Daniel to give it to him as soon as possible.
Yeah,
If it was anything urgent,
yeah.
she'll say give it to him as soon as
She
possible.
said when the time is right.
So when you think the time is right,
Time
so
is
she'll
right.
leave that up to Daniel for Daniel to give it to him when Daniel thinks the time is right.
Time was right.
So
All right, Charmaine Wallandier. So Anna Jones says, exactly, Brian. They are using the comments. Yes. Remember, I told you guys that is why I have this platform for you guys. And we read the comments because they have people, they have their people that watches everybody that does the Country Wayne skit. And trust me, that's why when we read it, it's good for them to, because remember they tape ahead of time and they can tweet their stuff. Look what I think Anthony O'Neill and Dante is one of their top people, and they look at the skits because you see Anthony O'Neill always having music in the shorts and him giving them idea. Dave would have had nobody if O'Neill
Dave
never
was
made
not
music.
popular. Now he's popular.
Exactly, because O'Neill made the music and now
And
Dave
Denisha
is
was not
popular. He
popular.
made the music for Denisha Lobster TL there and what happened? The Mac Denisha become popular. Anything just
Mhm.
and Amber, oh God. So it is they do watch this skit. They are weird because I remember when Dante was interviewing Angelina.
Mhm.
Angelina said in that interview, because we watch it, right? She says, oh, what is Rooster Nation? We always watch O'Neill. Why does he call us the Rooster? Call me the Rooster Nation? What does that mean? You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
would love to see her and O'Neill. I'd love for O'Neill to interview her. Even us here, I'd love to interview them too. And then Dante is so privileged to get her, so we just have to give a kudos to Dante and Auntie Riri because Auntie Riri have stuff in the works. So we'll see who else is gonna be an Auntie Riri. All right. And then Suzette P says, the fence broke down Charmian.
no, no, no. Suzette, have you ever seen a construction that is done in Jamaica? Them have the
Yes, I have.
foundation, go feet under, and we do it with reinforce. We reinforce the concrete with
Mhm.
steel. So we
Mm.
don't build how we don't do anything like they do it here. Trust me. This offense
Okay.
can't broke down.
I go to
Okay.
I go to
Charmian, read
Jamaica
this
every
one
year. I go to
on the
Jamaica every
screen.
year.
Was
I love
Anthony
Jamaica.
lying about the house though? Did anyone check it? What house?
It's us. Like how he say it's in the business name.
Yeah, but I remember him telling after him give send out by the house, say Amber, him tell Shania. I'm trying to search for that skit where he was
Yeah, but
saying that the
Brittany,
house is not
but
really him just never want to put her name on the deed. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm a buy
But
her
like
own.
I said, Brittany didn't have the full thing. She couldn't
didn't have
find
the full
Yeah,
everything.
disclosure,
because
but
they're doing what Anthony told them. Anthony told them that.
Oh, Margot, I tell you this now. Margot. All right, now tell me, say you're a one Amber level 3 there now, Margot. So Margot says here, Dave was popular when he hit the screen for the first time with Melissa eating potato pie. No, he became popular when O'Neill met that song. Come on now. We have to call a spade a spade. Come on.
Call us
And
spade.
then, yeah, me I call a spade because O'Neill make him become popular. Because of
Yeah.
that song, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, come
But
on now.
Dave's still not popular. Dave is still not all that popular. So I don't know what you guys talking about.
Shaquille
Popular.
says, check again where Brittany told her she can't touch the house because of the LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, Shaquille. And then Margot says, I'm a level 5 with Charmian.
Yeah, but on the fence. Level 5 is the ones on the fence. If you're level 3, that means you're down in the ditch with Amber. And if you're level 1, you're in the ditch with Anthony. Level 5, you're on the fence with me.
No, you're not level 5 no more, Charmaine.
No, you're not. You're in and you're gone back. You jump off of the fence to level 3.
You're
Ryan,
level 3.
I'm level
No,
5.
Loredana said, Charmian is a level 50.
I'm level 5. Believe me, level 5.
Oh, Lord. Charmaine, I remember. Oh, my God, you guys. I just love our chat family. At least we're engaging and this is fun. You know what I mean?
So does level 5 mean you plead the fifth?
Yes, you
That's
plead the
5.
fifth.
Level
Number
5
one, we
is
plead.
on the fence. We're standing high on the fence. We're not in the ditch with
Yeah,
nobody.
level 50 of the blouse and skirt. You know,
Level
number
5,
5
we're
no
on
more.
the
Level
fence.
50.
You see, all
50.
right. So you see where Passion said, Shaman, I remember that the house is not in the business name, and I can't remember when the skit
We
was.
have to go look it up.
He was telling Shania because Shania was his lawyer. And remember when Shania tell him that he's going to lose the house to Amber.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when him?
Yes, I remember. Also, when he was talking to Shania.
Exactly. And you remember when he said, you're going to lose the house, you're going to lose everything to Amber.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yes. And then you remember.
I think that's when he run on to Amber.
When Daylan told him, when he said, that's not your house, he said, that's my house, still my house. And he said, soon will be Amber's.
Yes.
So
that is true.
They pick sense out of
Margot said, I'm Team Charmaine all day, every day. You sure now?
Yeah, but remember also when Anthony asked Ben to move things around for him?
Yeah, and he did move things around when he came back. He moved the money around.
He moved money around, but we don't know. Also, did he put the house in the LLC and stuff like that because he already know. We don't know. I'm not speculating.
I wish Brittany would come back.
I'm just speculating that.
Brian,
I'm just
do
speculating.
you think Brittany still have his financials? Or the financials that
Brittany said she was gonna keep it? Remember? Yeah, it should be.
Huh?
It should be, yeah, it should be available.
Okay, so you want to tell me that if they know about
because that should have transferred over to Amber, new lawyer. So Charmaine, you should actually have it.
So I'm saying if they know all the money that Anthony had, and all of a sudden that money disappeared.
But why didn't Brittany tell Amber if she had the financials and she had this most of the disclosures? Why did she tell Amber that she couldn't get the house then?
She said that she can get the equity out of the house. She might not be able to get the house, but she can get the equity. I'm just saying.
We need Brittany to come back.
Financials. She showed Amber the financials in the kitchen, and she told Amber that Anthony is way richer than you would even think. So you're going to be a rich, wealthy woman. That's what.
Yeah, and she can buy as many Birkins
she can buy as much Birkin bags as she wants, and all the jewelry that she wants.
Yeah.
But Amber did not want all that money because she let Anthony.
I really wish she had divorced him then.
Listen, one little dry salmon and some waffles full of cream. Too much cream. Sway Amber mine. One little dry salmon and some waffles full of cream. That's
and him dancing, and him dancing.
And him dancing, and he was on his knee begging. You remember he was on his knee, and everybody was saying, "Where is the tears?" There was no tears. His face was as dry as anything. That man was on his knee.
One of my granddaughters, when they were crying, wanted something. I say, "You got dry tears."
Okay, well, he had dry tears. Trust me. Anthony was on his knee begging and crying with dry tears. So I'm still saying, if they can produce that financial from the last time, tell them where all that money went. If he does not show the same,
and then he would get in trouble.
Exactly, and he has grown money since. Don't tell me that his money remains.
I think he's hiding.
Of course, he's hiding money, and they're going
Yeah,
to
but the
find out
thing
that
is,
he's
didn't
hiding
he?
money, and maybe
But
that's how
didn't
he's going
he?
to lose his money.
The problem with Anthony is his ego, but sometimes as a smart businessman, like he proclaims to be. But didn't he take Amber down to the financial and get her to her name put on everything?
Two, no, I think he put it on two accounts. The checking and the savings. That was at Wells Fargo. But that's where he's pulling all the money from that he's giving Denisha and Denisha mother and everybody. Because every time you see him with the Wells Fargo, they make a point to show us that he has the Wells Fargo envelopes.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
time
well,
he's
she
taking
bought.
big cash money
Well,
out.
Amber bought the car. Remember, she bought the Porsche, or did
Yeah,
she
but it
bought
was
the
not
Porsche?
from Anthony's money.
That's right. That's right.
It wasn't from Anthony
Okay.
money.
So that's community property.
Yeah, it is. You guys really open up our eyes and stuff. So right now I'm gonna leave with you guys. Amber need to heal.
Let
Amber
me
needs to stand up for herself. And Amber need to stop listening to Ernestine, honestly.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Ernestine is like I always say, like my mother always. The worst advice you can get is from a broke friend.
Yeah,
Exactly.
well, sometimes she get good advice. I want to, Shaquille, I want to respond to this one message before you go, Sharon. It says, Charmaine, answer one question. If Anthony was your son and you know Amber did not marry him out of love, he was her second option, and
Mm-hmm.
only because of the life he can provide, would you want her to win? And this is something I am not going to get involved in my son's life. I can advise. I tell my son. My son is 23, turns 24 in October. I had him when I was 40 years old. So I was well experienced. I did not have him when I was 18 and does not know anything about life. I had him when I was 40. So I was well experienced. I'd gone through hills and valleys before I had him. But you know what I tell him every day? You have to make your own mistakes. You have to go through the hills and valleys. I will support you and I will encourage you and I will show you all the pitfalls that you can get in. But if you don't want to listen to me, that's you. And I'm not going to make decision for you based on anything. That's your life. You need to live your own life. So when people asking if this was your son, if my son decide to marry somebody, regardless if the person love him or not, I could not make that decision for him to say don't marry that girl because he made up his mind to marry that girl already. And even if
You
I
know
Mm-hmm.
can,
what? This
huh?
this is this is really hitting home because my son is 42 and he married somebody that I'm not fond of, and I told him before. I said, listen, it's on you. I support you, whatever that you do. He has three beautiful kids, which I'm blessed to have. But yeah, it is what it is. 100% I agree. You raise your kids and you give them advice. You try to give them the GPS system as far as navigate them to a certain way, but they have to live their own life. They have to make their mistakes like we made our mistakes. I remember
Exactly.
my dad used to tell me certain things, and now I got to the age where I'm 66. I'm a grandfather and four grandkids, which I adore, and I tell my grandkids, you know what I mean? Be
You
wise, but
know,
they're going to make
well,
their
I'm going
mistakes.
to ask,
And
I'm
another
going to
thing, you can't
go
make
ahead.
somebody love you. You know, you
No,
can make somebody love you. You can make somebody to do anything unless if you guys are agree, you guys are together on the same page.
same path, right?
You
Go ahead,
know,
Sean.
there's a saying in Jamaica that a little pig, asks the mother, why your mouth is so long? And the
Oh yeah, I
mother
remember that one.
response was, it's okay, you'll find out because you're growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is what we can train our child. It says train your child the way they should go, and when he's old enough he'll not depart from it. And I can tell you, these kids depart from it every single day. They said bend a tree when it is young, because if you try to bend it when it's old it will break. But
Yep.
Yeah.
even sometimes you bend the tree when it is young, the tree still the child still stray
Exactly,
from
Judike.
the path that you are trying to guide them on. I work in a school. I work in a middle school. Experience these kids every day, and I know Some of the way these kids behave in school, I know they're coming from good homes, and we blame the parents all the time. Oh my God, the parents not doing this. I know my son, and a teacher called and said, "Your son will do this," and I will said, "I will come in and I will talk to you because I'm not going to swear that my son will not do it." I was not one of those parents that will swear on the Bible and on the cross that no, that's not my son. Because you know what? Sometimes your child goes to school and is showing off for their friends.
Yeah.
They will do things out of character. So
I always raise my kids. I have my daughter's 46, my son's 42, and I always raise my kids into the manner. I'll always defend you, but don't lie to me.
okay, I did that. I said never lie to me. So I know when my son is lying because he will hold on his head and he's not looking at me. But I'm saying, if a teacher called me and says your son did something, I'm not one of the parents to go swear that no teacher, you can't put that on my
Oh yeah,
son. My son would never do that. I'm going
I
to
know.
go to school for this meeting, and my son is going to sit there, and I'm going
Let
to
me ask
say,
you guys
did you
something
do
about
that?
this. Antoinette says, remember Michelle husband download everything off of Ben laptop. So Michelle husband have information on Ben, Darren, Anthony, and anybody. So none of them are safe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's the next part of the stories that I'm saying with Michelle's husband there. But you know what? He's going to get himself in trouble because he's trying to blackmail, and it's never going to end up good. You know,
You
and
know
it's going to
Okay.
affect
something,
Michelle.
you know something, Brian. He's going to try to blackmail, but the problem
Mm-hmm.
is he might get into trouble. But things is going to come out still
Yes, hundred
that is
percent.
going to cause a problem, even if he
Yeah.
gets in trouble. But there are
Because
going to be situation that is going to come to light that they
hundred
don't
percent,
want to
and
come to light.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
that is part of the
So
Skitland. That is part of Skitland where nobody knew Michelle even had a husband. The way she was talking.
exactly,
Yeah, it's true.
nobody knew,
Yeah,
and it's like I think this man was in jail
yeah.
because he tell his friend that he's not trying to go back. He's
You
changed.
mean Michelle husband?
Michelle husband was telling his friend the other day
Mm-hmm.
because he
Oh,
said,
yeah,
I'm not
tell
trying
me.
to go back and I know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing, but I have a big payday coming. Big payday coming. So I think maybe why he was not there, maybe he was in jail or prison or
Do
wherever
you
he
think he
was.
has access code to the financial whatever was on the thumb drive?
I don't know what was on there, but because he download everything, even the $250,000 that Ben gave to
Ooh,
what's her
I
name, he
think
knows
Daniel
about that
March
as
is in
well.
it that Ben is going to be crying
Exactly, and he's showing
like
off and
Darren
going on
soon.
like yes, yesterday he was throwing jabs at Amber. So
Yeah,
there are going to be Anthony, Ben, and Darren.
yeah, they're gonna be in big
Three
trouble.
cooks going to be
Three
losing their
cooks, yep,
wives.
because
Three
Anthony
cooks
was telling Amber
because
yesterday,
yes,
says she don't know how he leveraged to get what he has. That's why I say it
three
was he
cooks.
telling on himself. All right, guys. Thank you guys for
Thank
being
you,
here. Thank you,
thank you
Jeff,
so much. I
Charmian,
Thank
Anna,
you, Brian.
and
I enjoy you so much. I
Brian
hope
and
you
Lee.
join us again
like
another
when I go
day.
to Jamaica, I say Wagwan.
Well, go,
Wagwan,
you're not
Brian.
Jamaican,
Wagwan.
Brian?
Nothing.
I've been
When you
yes,
going to Jamaica? If you got ask Wagwan.
I used to go every year.
Oh,
Ezekiel,
so where in
Brian,
Jamaica you
where are you
visiting?
I
from?
go to Montego Bay. I go to Ocho
Ocho
Rios,
Rios.
Negril. My favorite part is Negril, but I always stay in Montego Bay because it's close to the airport.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I stay to when I go. I'm from Trelawney, the neighboring parish. St. James is where Montego Bay is.
Yes.
I'm from Trelawney, which is the neighboring parish, but I have relatives. My nieces live in Montego Bay.
Yeah,
So I generally stay in Montego Bay. I stay
we
at a
stay at
hotel,
the
so I don't want to stay
we
with
stay
nobody. And
we stay
because
at we usually stay
yeah.
at the Rio. The Rio.
Oh, no. I stayed at the Sea Gardens Hotel because that Sea Gardens Hotel, it is inclusive. You eat 24 hours a day, around the clock.
Oh,
And
Sea
you get
Garden.
real Jamaican
Is
food.
it
You
a
get
nice
real
hotel,
Jamaican food.
Charmin?
Ackee and saltfish, mackerel rundown, all of that you
We
get for
never heard
breakfast.
of that.
What? Sea
Sea
Gardens
Garden
Hotel?
I'll
Hotel.
have to write that down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
Sea
just write
Gardens
it
Hotel.
down.
And
Yeah.
it's near to the
Brian,
airport as
are
well.
you Jamaican or no?
No,
Huh?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada too with me? Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. We have a Canadian, another Canadian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, Sea Gardens Hotel. It is a really nice hotel and it's not expensive. But I'd
Well,
stay there for the food.
I don't have Anthony's money, but I might have Amber's.
I have none of them money. I have none of them money,
Okay.
and I'm quite contented with what I have. I have none
Yes,
of
me
the money. I'm
too.
You
quite
know what?
contented
The
with what I
bottom
have.
line is you can't take it with you, so you just enjoy life
All right.
Exactly,
and
and
just be
that's what
blessed
I
every
tell my
day
son every day. I said,
and just have a
I'm living
kind heart, have a good heart, have a kind heart.
clean
Exactly.
heart, a clean heart.
Well,
You
thank you,
need to just
ladies
have a
and
clean
All right.
gentlemen,
heart.
Thank you,
Mr. Lee.
guys.
Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
Have a
Okay, we
blessed
Thank
give
night.
you,
everyone
Lee.
a little
Nice
round of
talking with
applause,
you
chat.
guys, and I hope you join us again another day. Really
Yes.
enjoy the life.
We really enjoy you guys. This was an awesome live today.
Yes, it was. Thank you. I'll talk to
All right.
you. Okay, then. Bye.
Okay, bye everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next upload. Bye, Brian. Thank you very, very much. Lee and Charmaine. Who else was here? I can't remember. All right, bye for now, my lovelies. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload.